Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Yes, lovely people, hope you're all well. This is a new season. We're starting a 23-24 season. So I know a lot of you have got a new kit, new training kits, stuff for you, stuff for the missus, stuff for the kids. But look, it's a new season for the Premier League. It's also a new season for Kopish. And we have got new merch, people. Yes, we have indeed. Let me show you if you don't believe me. That's it. Sabozlai. He doesn't just take the gun out and shoot. He aims and fires. Look at that. The design is gorgeous. Got in long sleeve and hoodie as well. Make sure you grab one. Mac 10. Just like Michael Jackson, doesn't matter if it's in black or white because we've got both hoodies and we got it in crew neck as well. Look at the design on this one as well, holding the calibers. How many times we won the Champions League? 6 times. How many times is Kopish mentioned on this shirt? 6 times. People, go and get it. People, we still have all the other merch as well. Make sure you visit our website. We've got the Darwin Núñez shirts. You can't hear anything. We've got all the belts by Klopp. Pause. Get a mug. Don't be a mug. Hats. Baby grows for the babies. And we got t-shirts and hoodies to pop. But remember, people, and never ever forget, you should always, and when I say always, I mean always, engage you know the rest. Head over to our website, people, and check out all of our merch and make sure you go and grab some. Take it easy.
Yes, people, it's Friday again.
It's Friday. It's Friday. Yo, what's up?
Big up everyone who's been waiting. Apologies for the delay. There was an anniversary that had to get celebrated in Matt's family. Let me shout out now. Listen, when I big up my grandparents, it's their wedding anniversary today. 67 years. Are you crazy? Hey, come on. Big up my grandparents. Come on. We have to drop the beat for that. Hold on. We have to drop the, I mean, they're not gonna care about the beat because this don't make no sense. But still, bro, 67 I'm just thinking about your grandparents. Like, what kind of stupid nice dude? Nah, that's crazy. Though. I don't listen. My grandparents, but no, the achievement to the world, absolutely sensational. Absolutely. How many years did you say again, bro? 67 years they've been married, bro. But that don't happen anymore. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't happen anymore. Hey, happy anniversary, man! Like Matt's grandparents, man. Big Dharma. Absolutely sensational achievement. Trust. So yeah, apologies guys, but obviously I bet you lot will all know that was well worth it. No, that's not even my bad. That's well worth it. Anniversary for grandparents is always worth pushing the time back. Big up everyone in the chat. Love as always, people. Make sure you smash that like button for us. And no, it is not Cal's birthday, guys. I don't know who started that rumor, but you don't know it was Cal's birthday last month. I don't even get why. People, Cal's birthday. We literally celebrated it on the channel. It's the same month as mine, but me and Cal are both August, innit? Both of us. At John Easter, there was this thing going around where every day someone would be like, oh, it's Cal's birthday. And then everyone would be like, what, is it Cal's birthday? Yeah, it takes the specialness away when it really is. Big up Cal as well. Big up our brother. Big up Cal, obviously. Well. He's not going to be with us, but big up Cal every time. Trust me. Right, on the agenda today, people. Jordan Henderson interview. Virgil van Dijk being fined and suspended. Yo. Mo Salah is still a Liverpool player. Was it ever in doubt? We'll get into that. You know what I'm saying? And a shock development that's happened in the last 24 hours to do with Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah. So we will be getting into all of that. So make sure you stay tuned. But we're gonna have to start with Mo. That's the big one, right? We got to jump in with Mo first. and then we'll get on to everything else.
Sorry to stop you there. It was someone else's birthday, bro. It was Jamal's birthday yesterday, G. Wait.
Oh,
Jamal,
shit.
Big up
Jamal.
for yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday, bro. We're gonna have to play the beat again, bro. Have to, trust me.
Yeah. Come on.
Big up for yesterday, bro. Big up. Happy birthday, Jamal, fam. For
Happy birthday, Jamal. Absolute legend, Jamal.
Trust
Big up
me, legend of the channel.
I hope you had. What would I have been eating if I was over in Trinidad? I'd probably be having a curry chicken roti, a Magnum.
Man, I said roti and that. Hey, roti's the king.
Bruv, I'm just trying to remember the best food that I ate when I was in Trinidad.
It must be curry gut, innit? Curry gut and roti. I would have went with that. Curry gut, roti.
Curry gut's too spicy for me, so I had the curry chicken in it. Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for me it would have been curry gut and roti, and then one of these, blood.
Yeah.
Wait, just give me one of these and some food, and I'm blessed.
You know what was crazy? Yeah, I know this is a tangent, but it's man's birthday. So when I was in Trinidad, I was eating tomatoes like apples. They are beautiful. You see, over here, we don't really get real fruit over here, you know? Like, it's not real fruit, bro.
I like tomatoes, but like, all right, this is going to sound crazy. But do you sometimes think that maybe the tomatoes over here, sometimes they can taste really nice, and the other time it's got like a little bit of a funny aftertaste, and you're a bit like, the tomato's not that great, if that makes sense. So it's not always consistent.
Yeah. I mean, but we know that we're not getting the best of the best. I heard that we don't eat any fruit from a foreign country that hasn't been frozen first. So straight out the back, bro, you're like, well, if it was frozen first, then it's not going to taste right, is it?
No,
you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to. So, yeah, like watercress, bruv, I was just eating watercress. I was just eating it.
Just like
bruv, bruv. Yeah, like, come on, man. It hits different in Trini, man.
Fair play, man.
But yeah, I want to get into the. I do love tomatoes in England, but it costs about £3 to buy the ones that taste nice. Anyway, let's talk about Mo, bruv. Let's talk about Mo.
Yeah.
You said it wasn't any doubt. I think there was a few people that was.
No, there was.
Because if the bid had been big enough, we don't know what the club would have done. Like we don't know if the bid had been like 280 or like they might have come in with that type of money. And then FSG, we don't know, bro.
All right, so here's the thing. Since the news obviously came out, I think it was like Thursday morning that he wasn't going to move, and their deadline was Thursday night. Liverpool were never going to apparently change their stance on it because they felt that they had no time for replacement. They also felt like as well that our Etihad were trying to bully them into negotiations, so they were never going to really entertain it. However, what's transpired since Thursday night is that FSG officials were potentially looking at negotiating because there was a rumor bid around Wednesday, I believe, for about 220, 215. A couple of reporters were reporting that Liverpool received a new offer, but it got turned down again. And the reason being, one of the main reasons was Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp was not willing to sanction that deal. And they also feel like as well, with Salah having 2 years left, they had the power, which they do. And they were thinking potentially next season is the season where you'll have Al Ittihad, Neymar's one, is it Al Hilal as well, that potentially there might be a bidding war for Mo Salah. So I think Liverpool done the right thing, in my opinion. I think it was right to turn away that money because it wasn't about money at that time. It's more about how much does Salah mean to Liverpool and what messages is it going to send to the players, the fans, the coaching staff, everybody. That wouldn't have been the right time. However, what I don't like is that there's already talk of like next summer seems to be the summer. And it's like, like, I know he's staying, but like in the back of our minds now, obviously there'll be a distraction from the season. But as soon as the season finishes, we then got to think about what's going to happen with Mo again. And that's where I feel like if Al Ittihad play their cards right and they go at the start of the window, that's when I think they might get Mo, because I think they probably thought, we done it wrong this time. We didn't get Liverpool much notice. Liverpool said that we don't want to do no more business. Like, this is our squad for the season. Whereas I feel like if next season they come with a different approach and they say, listen, we still want Mo, we'll still give you a very, very good fee. However, we're going to give you time for replacement. That's when I feel like Liverpool might change their stance. I don't know how you feel about that.
I agree with it. I agree with everything you just said. Yeah, I pretty much do agree with everything you just said. But what's crazy is, bro, I've got a wild take, and you're gonna be like, "Is it?"
Go on.
Mo Salah's 31, right?
Yeah,
but he only just turned 31. He's not 31, and then he's going to be like 32 in a little while. He literally has his birthday during the off season.
Okay.
So he'll be 31 for the entire duration of the season. That does make a difference. Let's be honest. It does make a difference. People might think it doesn't, but it does. It's the reason why I was in the same. I'm the same age as certain man, but they're in the school year below me because of where your birthday lands. Things like that make a difference. They do make a difference. Do you know what I mean? I got a brethren, a close brethren, who's born only 2 months later than me, but he was a whole school year behind me because of where
because of September thing. Yeah.
Your birthday cuts off. So I think that's a major thing that he literally just turned 31. Not he's going to be 31 in a couple months or 31. Like, he's literally just turned 31. If we qualify for the Champions League, I think Mo Salah stays at Liverpool next season because I reckon he wants to play in the Champions League again. And I think we give Mo Salah a new contract halfway through this season. I think we're going to tie Mo down to a new contract because they ain't never not going to want him. And I think even within himself, he probably knows that. They ain't never not going to want him. And I think what you have to understand is there are some people in this world who are of a certain level, and there are some people in this world that aren't of a certain level. And Mo Salah is of that level. Mo Salah is about that life. And I think I don't even think I'm exaggerating when I say there is a small pool of players, a very small pool of players. Benzema goes in there. Obviously, Ronaldo and Messi go in there. That goes without saying. But you got Benzema, you got Modric. There's a small pool of players within our generation that are just absolutely sensational, one in a lifetime generational, big boss. They're going to go in the Hall of Fame type ballers. And one of those players is Mohamed Salah. Them man there don't come out of Europe when they're still in their peak. Bro, they don't. It doesn't matter how much money there is. All right, fair enough. Saudi Arabia only just came around within the last year or so. So maybe it might be harder for me to have that kind of outlook in terms of trying to prove it.
It's the money they're going to offer Salah, bro.
6 years old before he went over there. It took Ronaldo until he was 37 to go over there. Modric still ain't gone over there. He's still balling out at Real Madrid. Do you get what I mean? I think the only reason why Neymar went is because Neymar knows nobody else can afford him in Europe. Because I think if a Bayern Munich or a Liverpool or a Man City was willing to take the risk on Neymar being fit and getting the best out of him, I think they would have. But I think even within himself, he's like, yeah, no one could afford me. They're the only people that could afford him. And PSG they were like, bro, go. We don't want you here. Go. Like, you can just feel the tension in the room. I think that's the only reason why Neymar's gone there. Liverpool ain't never going to tell Mo to go. We're never going to force him out. We adore the guy. He's still got about 2 or 3 years left, in my opinion, to play in Europe at a very high level. I reckon we're going to give him a new contract, and I reckon he'll be at Liverpool for another 2 years minimum. If we qualify for the Champions League, he's going to want more sting at the Champions League. And I'll tell you why he's going to want more sting at the Champions League. Not just from his own point of view, because he believes in himself, because he knows he can win that tournament once again, if all the chips fall where they may. And because he wants to be able to continue to get records that, like, how many goals has he scored, and Champions League and Europe and European goals for Liverpool, all the things that also come with that Mo wants to do, because he wants to leave a legacy. This man ain't just playing football right now to just play football. He's clocked football. He's won everything. Now he's playing football for a legacy. Now he wants to be an assist king, top goal scorer, catch some of the Liverpool legends that are in front of him. break more records, do this, do that. Like, I don't even need to speak to the man to know this.
I
watch his actions. So, in my opinion, a 32-year-old Mo ain't going to go Saudi Arabia and play, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, low-level football. Why? Why would a 32-year-old, just turned 32-year-old of his level, go and play a lower-level football? What, just for money? He's already got money, and money doesn't motivate this guy. Don't get me wrong. He wanted to make sure that he got what he was worth.
But, bro, remember, he never shut down.
But if money motivated him, he would have gone.
I hear that. But one thing,
£2 million a week, Matt, is what the reports are.
But he never strike. The reason why they kept on bidding, because he never once said, just don't bid for me, innit? I ain't going there. He was very respectful with Liverpool because he kept on saying things like, I mean, not saying like I'm Salah's agent, but what was to be reported, shall we say? Let me rephrase it. Salah was very respectful to Liverpool. And if they agreed a fee with Liverpool, he would have went, I reckon. Here's my counter argument to what you just said. If Mo Salah's wages weren't already on a level that we've never seen before, I think I'd agree with you. But he's on a rumored 350,000 basic salary. Rumored. Again, it's rumored. Basic salary. When he signed that extension, yeah? If he was to sign another extension, I don't think Salah signs an extension on the same money. Normally with extensions, and I say normally, there'll be a little bit of a pay rise. But I think Liverpool being Liverpool are probably going to think, you know what, if you're going to sign an extension, we'll keep you in the same money. I don't know if Salah does that. And I just find it like, when you've got someone else wanting you that badly and willing to go heaven and earth to get you, I think that's where it's going to get techie. I'm not completely ruling out that he could sign a new contract. You could be right. Because sometimes we might do that to protect the fee of the player. We might just say to Mo, do you know what? Yeah, cool. It's a win-win situation. If we go back into Champions League and we're challenging again, stay for another year or so. And we'll up your contract by 20 or 30K. And he might be like, all right, cool. Or they'll say to him, listen, if we don't make Champions League, we don't do what we're doing, you sign that you're going to get more money anyway, regardless. And obviously, we can still get a fee that we would have got this summer. But the problem is, though, like I said before, FSG are very shrewd in how they work. And I could be so wrong when I say this. I just don't see them budging of giving him more money than what he's on now. And like I said, to sign an extension, it's very rare that you to see a player sign an extension, not on improved terms. Like normally, it's just like improved terms. Not drastically, but it's improved terms. But remember, we kind of broke the back, so to speak, pause, to kind of give him the 350 in it. And that's where I feel like if our owners want FSG, so to speak, drift, I'll be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think we could do that still. But I think this is the highest that we can go. I don't think we go any higher. That's why I don't see him signing an extension.
I hear what you're saying. And normally, I would be fully in agreement with you.
You know what I'm saying?
But let me tell you why I'm not in agreement with you.
Go on.
If he signs a new deal,
yeah,
we know we've got a guaranteed bag. Imagine if... I was going to say something really morbid for my analogy there. Like... All right, let me make this non-morbid. Imagine if your brother said, when I get married, no, your uncle, because you've got an uncle that's older than you, but not by a big amount. If your uncle said to you, cuz or nephew, when I get married, I'm going to pass you down great-granddad's Rolex because that's the tradition within the family. Every time you get married, you then pass it down to the next member of the family who's not married, and we continue this.
Yeah.
But you can do what you want with it because, like, while it's yours, it's yours. If you want to continue the thing, that's you. If you don't, you're like, right, Unc, how much is that Rolex worth? 100 grand. You kind of know as soon as you hear he's getting married, you got a guaranteed bag coming, right?
Right.
Saudi Arabia is your uncle getting ready to pass down that Rolex, bro. It's a guaranteed bag. Why wouldn't we pay a little bit more to keep him, up his value by getting him on a longer contract, and then we can get as much money as we want? If he signs a 2-year extension, that means we can keep him for another year, and he'll still have 2 years left at that point, and then Saudi Arabia will come in again, and then we can go and ask for another 250, and we can afford to pay him 400 grand a week.
I'm not
or
against
410 a week if we know we got a guaranteed bag coming. Because if you know you're going to be guaranteed to get well over 200 million for him when he does eventually go, you can afford to pay him a little bit more in wages because you've got a bag waiting for you. You can budget it. You can put it into whatever finances you're doing.
You're getting me wrong.
The club.
You're acting like I'm saying it's a bad idea to do it. I'm not saying it's a bad idea to do it. I'm saying,
I know,
can
but
you
you're
put
saying
hand
you don't
on?
think they would,
bro. All right, let me be real.
I think they would if they know there's a guaranteed bag.
Let me ask you
this. There's a guaranteed bag.
Let me ask you this.
At the end of it, they know they're getting that money back.
Bro, let me ask you this.
Why not?
When if Mane stayed at Liverpool, do you think they were going to give him the same bag as Salah? Or even close to it?
Yeah, but there was no money that was guaranteed at the end
of
that.
Bro. No. Bro, there's a reason why. And I think we've spoken about it various times as well. The way how they work is very it's very shrewd, isn't it? Mane leaves, all of a sudden Salah's contract impasse comes to a close, and he signs that new deal, 350 a week. But while Mane was there, it was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It might be a bit too much. Two of them on these crazy wages.
We were told that Mane asked to leave.
That's
so
true.
It wasn't even about money.
But there was also rumors going around that Mane wanted a more respectable wage compared to what he was offered. Remember, he got offered more at Bayern. It's not like he took a pay cut to go Bayern.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt that.
What I'm trying to say is this: what you're saying isn't even wrong. Obviously, you offer a player a new contract to protect their value and also to help the player at the same time. But what you have to remember is that this is FSG, bro. This is we're at their limit, like, for FSG. Come on, bro. You know how it is. How much did we spend this summer? I can't remember. But we 60
about 180 million, I think.
180, and even that factor in Salah's wages from the season just gone. You think FSG aren't already thinking, well, that's a lot of money this year. That's a lot of money. Then they're gonna go and give them more money.
But bro, you're missing the main part. There's a bag waiting whenever he decides the time is right to go. Minimum we'll get from Mo Salah, regardless of how old he gets or how much longer he's at Liverpool, in my opinion, is 100 million. I think we could still get 100 million for him in 2 years' time. He'll be 33, and he'll, I reckon they'll still pay 100 mil then. I could tell Matt's frozen. Is it Matt or me, people? Is Matt frozen or is it me? Hold on, let me see if I could change this. It's Matt, innit? Oh no, there you go.
Am I back? I just saw my computer do it.
You froze.
I just saw a spinning circle and thought, I'm done.
I think there's a guaranteed 100 million waiting for us for Mo, minimum, regardless when he goes. Even in 2 years' time, I think there'll still be 100 million. Because he is the guy they want more than anybody, and his value at that time will be at that, in my opinion. I don't think that this money will ever go away to a point where we won't still be getting a ridiculously good fee for him. And for that reason, I think he's going to have another year at Liverpool and we'll give him a new contract. I really do, bro.
He's going to obviously Yeah, all I'm saying is this. I'm blessed. Like, we're happy that we're gassed, in fact, that he stayed. It's just now we've got to think about, crap, like next season, like 1 year left. If he doesn't sign that extension that you're talking about, we're in problems. But you know what, though? Someone made a valid point. They're like, let's celebrate this. And we are celebrating these people. We're just talking about what actually happened, and we're talking about what could potentially happen down the line. And we're just being realistic, innit? It's not always kind of like plain sailing where it's a thing where you look at it and go, Salah stays, and, it's the end of that talk. If you read the reports, they are going to apparently come back in January. They will try again in next summer. There will be an onslaught on Salah, innit? They will try and get him at all costs, so to speak. So we just got to be mindful of that. But the main thing is, though, he did stay. He never done the whole, do you know what? I think it's time I move on. None of that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why he's a legend, bro. He's a legend. And he deserves to stay as well. because he's the king, fam.
100%. And I'm happy, man. I'm happy. He don't even seem like he was rattled in any way. It's just
nothing at all, bro.
I'm a Liverpool player. Boom, we move.
Yeah.
You got to love it.
Big up Mo Salah each and every time.
Big up Mo. Right. With that out of the way, celebration of Mo staying. Let's talk about Jordan. Let's talk about Jordan. Is the next one on the agenda. If you got that transcript there, bro, just in case anyone hasn't, can you just read? I mean, you don't have to literally read the whole thing if you don't want to, but just
yeah. I'm gonna read out some extracts from it. All right, so
bullet points,
yeah. So it was reported by not even reported. He spoke to the Athletic. So David Ornstein asked him, "You were Liverpool captain, the man who lifted the Premier League and Champions League trophies. When did it start to change? Was there an approach from the Saudi League? Did Jurgen say you weren't part of his plans?" Henderson said this. People, I'm going to read this as quick as I can, but as concise as I can.
I can still hear you, but I can still hear
you. There are a few things that sent alarm bells ringing. I've got a very good relationship with Jurgen. He was very honest with me. I won't go into detail about the conversation because it's private, but it put me in a position where I knew I wasn't going to be playing much. I knew there were going to be new players coming in my position. And if I'm not playing, as anybody would know, especially as the manager, that can be quite difficult for me. And especially when I've been at a club for so long, I've captained a team for so long, especially in England, it's a big thing for me. You got the Euros coming up, and then there was an approach from Al Ittifaq to the club to see if it would be possible for me to go there. The reaction from the club again wasn't to say no. At that moment, I felt my value or the want for me to stay with the manager and within the club, maybe it had shifted. I knew that time would come at some point. I didn't think it would be now. And I had to accept that. I've got a very good relationship with Jurgen, with the owners, the club. That'll be forever. We achieved great things in the past 12 years, been incredible. But at the same time, it was hard for me to take. And then he also says as well, like, I'm at the last stage of my career. I want to be happy playing. I want to play. I don't want to be sitting on the bench coming on for 10 minutes in games. I knew it would have an effect on my chances of playing for England. And then he said, and then they asked him, did you consider any other options or was it full steam ahead for Al Ettifaq? And he was like, a lot of clubs would have known there was a possibility of me leaving because it was speculated over the summer. I'd love to sit here and say that every club under the sun wanted me, but the reality was there weren't. Liverpool's where my kids were born. I achieved so much there. I love the club, love the fans, and the football playing against them would have been a different challenge in a different way, and it wasn't something that felt right for me. And he said he wanted something that excited him as well, he said. And there was, that's it. Here's a key part. This is what Ornstein asked him. Does that value extend to monetary? Because there'll be so many people who will hear you, I want the challenge and the project and Stephen excitement, but still say it's just gone for money. Henderson's response to this was, that was the hardest thing. People will see the club has come with a load of money and he's gone. Yeah, I'm going. When in reality, it just wasn't the case. People can believe me or not, but in my life or my career, money's never been a motivation, ever. Don't get me wrong. When you move, the business still has to be right. You have to have financials. You have to feel wanted. You have to feel valued. Money is a part of that, but that wasn't the sole reason. And these possibilities came up before money was even mentioned. Hear what they're about to say to him now, yeah? This is why I thought, you man are really trying to ask man, like, fully what he's on. It's been pretty widely reported figures like 700,000 a week or 4 times what you earn at Liverpool. Is that true? He responds, no, I wish it was. It started laughing. No, honestly, the numbers just aren't true. But again, it had to work out for us financially as well. I'm not saying that it didn't, and I'm not saying, oh, I'm not on good money, because it's good money and it was a good deal, but it wasn't the numbers that were reported. No. So you're saying that in Steve and all the conversations you have with him were never mentioning money. And he goes, Stevie never mentioned money. Everything I spoke to Stevie about was football and project. He actually said he didn't want to get involved in any of the money stuff. It was all about what we could do together to achieve something special and build the club and build the league. Those are the main points I would say from Jordan Henderson's thing on Liverpool.
So what do you think?
I'm going to be honest. I just think my man was hurt, rightly so. You was Liverpool captain. The manager's probably pulled you to one side and gone, "Yo, big man, you know it's this time where we're gonna have to manage those minutes, you know." And he's gone, "I hear you, but I'm Liverpool captain. I still feel like I've got a lot more to offer this club." And your club's going, "I respect you, but at the same time, this is what's going to happen." I don't think he's done anything wrong, in my opinion. I just think he's just seeing it as he's hurt because he's leaving the club that he loves. Like I said, his kids are born in Liverpool. He's won all of his trophies in Liverpool. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so obviously he's going to get paid. And I think they were cheeky to even bring up figures. Like, I'll be honest, like, I can't remember. Like, bigger than Athletic, but I just can't remember a time when a reporter just outright, like, just asked, like, a Neymar or Cristiano, "What, you're earning like 2 million a month, yeah?" Like, they don't really ask you them things there. So he even praised FSG because he goes, "They're shrewd business people." There's another part of the transcript I want to go into, but he even said, like, they're shrewd business people and they do the right thing for the club. If it's one thing that I can say about FSG, he goes, they love the club. In my opinion, I don't think he's done nothing wrong. I think it's so normal, bro. All it is a player coming to the end of his Liverpool career, and the manager's had that talk with him, but he thought that talk wouldn't be yet. He probably thought maybe 12 months later. That's all that's happened here. So people kind of giving him stick for that interview. I don't think it's that deep. I really don't. I really don't understand what he said was so disrespectful. Like, he loves Liverpool. He didn't want to leave, and rightly so, because he loves Liverpool. But Klopp had to kind of say to him, "Listen, bro, you know it's all love, but to say man's bringing in McAllister and Soboslai, and like you have to understand that." And he's gone, "Well, that don't sit well with me, innit? So I'm gonna go. If anything, I'll have to bounce." Am I reading it wrong, or is that how you're reading it? I don't think he says some mad thing.
100%. In my opinion, people of this new age, whatever we call it, social media world, whatever it is, people are there's just too much fake outrage. Too many people just want to be upset. Too many people want to criticize. Too many people are looking for reasons to have a problem. And it just annoys the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm an old schooler, man. And I hate the fact that everybody just wants to be upset. Everybody wants to be offended. Everybody wants to be hurt. Everybody wants to have a problem with everything. Most of our fan base said they want Henderson gone. Then he goes and now they're bitching about why he left. The man can't win. He didn't want to be a bench player. Credit to him. He didn't want to be a bench player. He probably watched what happened to Milner and he thought, yeah, I don't want that to be me. I think I've got some football left in me. If anybody doubts how much he loved Liverpool, then I don't know what you've been watching. The man loved Liverpool. Do you know how hard it must have been for him to actually leave? As you said, his kids are actually Scousers. Like, do you know how hard it must have been for him to leave? But he sat down with Klopp, and Klopp said, "Big man, I'm just not going to be playing you very often," which is credit to Klopp for the honesty. And again, a lot of people said, Klopp is the type of man who just got all these favourites and he'll never, ever do anything about it. And well, how about that? Because everybody said Jordan Henderson was one of his favourites and he sat man down at the beginning of the summer and he said, "Big man, you ain't going to play. I'm bringing in other players and you ain't going to play." And if Jordan's in his feelings a little bit after being the commander-in-chief for such a long time, I mean, within himself, I think he's allowed to be upset. Should he be? That's a decision that everybody will probably think because everybody is different. But if he is upset and hurt by the fact that he was told by Klopp, "You ain't going to play," and he thinks he's still got football left in him, you said it perfectly earlier, Matt. Our opinion of him and his own opinion of himself are two different things. The conversation that we had offline. But what you said is so perfect. Everybody wants to have a problem with what other people think of themselves. But what that person thinks of themselves, they are allowed to, because nobody can tell anybody what to think of themselves. So if he still believes that he's good enough and he's got more football
he's allowed
left
to
in him,
think that. Whether
he's allowed to think that. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what is he just got to listen to everyone else? Because if he listened to everyone else's opinions, he would have retired 2 years ago.
So
everybody said he's dead out and he shouldn't be playing.
What bits do you want me? What bits are you lot talking about? Because obviously the interview is a long interview. I'm not gonna read the whole transcript. No disrespect, people, but if you're not gonna read the whole transcript, then you go read it. But I'm taking out all the important parts. If there's something that I've missed that's so key, please post it in there. Because
so the part 2, when he was talking about the whole LGB and all that kind of, is that the part 2? Because
that's the
I didn't read the interview in full. I watched somebody do a breakdown.
The quotes he disrespects Klopp. Someone because hold on. There's quotes where he disrespected Klopp. Someone sent me the quotes. The Bellingham part, Matt. Oh, what where he said? Hold on, I've got to find it, bro. The thing is the article is not some small article. You know, you got to find this like.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about disrespect to Klopp, so I need to.
I'm trying to find the Bellingham thing. Hold on.
I mean, to be honest with you, obviously I'm not talking to anybody who's Klopp in, but if there's anybody in this chat who's Klopp out, but they're moaning and saying that Henderson disrespected Klopp, you disrespect Klopp. So make sense.
I can't even find it. Someone send me the quote. And then what I can do is I can copy it onto the web page, and then obviously I can find it, if that makes sense. So put part of the quote in if you want me to thing. But he even says I've got a very good relationship, Jurgen Klopp, with the owners. That'll be forever. Like, I don't understand people trying to say this. Where did he disrespect Klopp? I'm trying to find it, but maybe I'm skimming it quickly. Hold on. I wanted something.
Yeah, where's the quotes, people? And don't put a fake quote in, because
let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Then that's just childish. Actually put a real quote in. Tell me what he said to actually disrespect Klopp.
I
need to actually know what he said to disrespect Klopp.
Where's the Bellingham team? Man can't even find the Bellingham
actually be
team.
Disrespect.
I generally can't find the Bellingham team, but I remember him saying something along the lines of, I thought they would have basically paid for Bellingham. That's kind of what he said, basically.
Matt Bickersett, I trust you, bro. You're saying people are blowing smoke. Did he disrespect Klopp? Because I trust you to tell me if you've seen the entire interview, Matt Bickersett. Because if you're saying people are blowing smoke, are people taking it out of context? Are people looking for what they want? Tell me. Let me know. I
can't find it, bro. I generally can't find it. I can't find it. What? He said what? At Kopish? No, he said... Big up Jam. He said, what did Jam say? No, Kopish. No, what he said was the club should have just paid the money for Jude. Yeah. Yeah, he did say the club should have just paid the money for Jude. And that's his opinion, obviously. He's allowed to say that, though. I don't know one...
How is that Klopp disrespect?
One thing I will say is about this year, he's gone and he's just given his view on how he feels regarding Liverpool. Whether you agree with him or not, like, it don't kind of really matter. Car is gone. Let's say that he stayed and Klopp played him in some Milner role and he wasn't playing well. You know, we would be like, what the hell with the Klopp? Why did Klopp keep him? Klopp should have just got rid of him. Like, I think the right thing happened. He's gone, but obviously he's allowed to speak out. It's like man just want him to go and just not say nothing because they've seen Bobby Firmino not say nothing. They're saying, like, everyone's different. Like, this is the captain, you know, or was the captain. Like, everyone reacts to things differently. He might sit back and go, oh yeah, maybe there's one or two things I could have just changed. But just let the man live. Like, he doesn't even play for us anymore. Like,
I just want to know what he actually said to disrespect Klopp.
Like, man are acting like he just said, like, yo, see Jurgen Klopp here? Man ain't got no respect for that guy. That guy's a dickhead. The way Liverpool move it, they never said that. I don't think he sounds
and this is the wickedest
I just think he's upset that he's left. There's a difference. He's upset that he's gone. I don't think he's thinking like, nah, Liverpool are just like any club, like, bun them. he's upset that he's left. You have to understand, like, it's like, people, let me throw it back to you, look, to everybody in the chat. You're at your workplace, your best workplace where you've ever worked, and for whatever, and then the workplace forced you out and you didn't really want to leave. Then someone asks you why you left. You're not going to sit there and lie and go, yeah, man just left because I wanted new scenery. You're going to be like, no, I'll be real with you, innit? I'm a little bit annoyed.
Yeah, like this bit.
I kind of got forced out, but like,
this is the bit that not forced out. Basically, from what I gathered from what was said in the interview was, why did you leave? And he basically said, because I was told I was going to get very limited game time. And when the transfer came in, nobody at the club said to me, Jordan, we want you to stay. Everybody was happy for me to go. So I felt like nobody wanted me at the club. So I went. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, because bro,
don't we tell players to be honest? And when they're honest, then we start saying they're being disrespectful. This is what I'm saying. Make it make sense. It's like you can't win. Like, I'm confused. Like,
this is what I'm saying, because like
I'm completely confused.
He said when the offer came in, no one from the club really said sort of don't go. And in his mind, he's thinking, well, if no one's telling me like, raw, you need to stay, then I'm looking at it as like, raw, things have changed. Whereas before, that might have been different. That's all he said. I think people are getting in their feelings over this. Like, bro, he's the captain. You have to think of it like this, people. He's upset that he's gone. Like, Matt sent you the Bellingham quote on Instagram. All right, cool. Say nothing. Let me check now. I can read it out.
No, but here's the thing. Stardazing. You're saying it's wrong because they did want him to stay, but he said he didn't want to be on the bench. But from what I read in the quotes, he said that nobody said they wanted him to stay when the offer came in. Like, we have to listen to what he said, because we can't make up what was said. Do you get what I mean? Like, if
I've got the Bellingham. Sorry to cut you, if I got the Bellingham thing,
go on.
I see it's only a part quote. I don't know what was asked of him, but he said maybe not to the owners, but you could probably think of certain players that I might have tried. Oh, he's talking about players that he tried to get to Liverpool. He goes, maybe not to the owners, but you can think of probably think of certain players that I might have tried for in the past, especially recently. Which, looking back now, he's in brackets Bellingham on fire. So I might have thought we should have just paid the money. So he's trying to say we should have just got Henderson. Bellingham. But I don't know whether he's trying to throw shade on Klopp and say Klopp should have just gone and got Bellingham, or whether the other quote was to do with something else. I'm not too sure. So man, don't really.
I mean, Jamie's saying, guys, Hendo was hurt because he's no longer a first teamer, but he wanted the club to buy players in his position. But the thing is, Jamie, the fact that he's a midfielder and there were 3 midfielders that left the club meant we had to buy midfielders. But Jordan probably thought that he would be able to play alongside those players. Because let's keep it a buck. In Jordan's mind, he's probably thinking Bellingham comes in and then I play with Bellingham.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he's thinking.
Just like he did for England. That's probably what he's thinking. He's not thinking Bellingham comes in and I don't play. He's thinking Bellingham comes in and I play with Bellingham. So then when he found out that he ain't going to play at all, why is he not allowed to? This is the thing that really confuses me for the people that have a problem with him saying this. If he was happy to be on the bench, people will criticize him, say he's got no ambition. He's this, he's that, he's rare. And then when he says he wants to play, people have a problem. It's like, this is what I'm saying. Fake outrage. People just have a problem with everything. There's always going to be 2 sides to it. And it's somebody wanting to have a problem with either side. Do you get what I mean? It's very rarely where you just get people who just sit in this grey area and they're like, you know what, is what it is. Everybody's always going to be this or that. Like, come on, man. Like, are we really angry at a man who's a little bit upset because Klopp never had him in his plans for this season, because he felt he was still good enough and he didn't feel like anybody was in any way caring about him leaving?
Yeah, no one wanted to desperately keep him. So in his mind, he was like, well, if no one don't want to keep me, then I'm going to... Like, I don't... Like, people saying, he's throwing shade at Klopp. He's throwing shade at Klopp, yeah. people as a human being, just like everybody else here, innit? Like, this is his work of life. We're commenting and speculating on his work of life. There's two different things. Then that's where we have to kind of look at ourselves and go, all right, you know what? Yeah. He's upset. He didn't want to leave Liverpool. He's allowed to say these things, innit? Even if you disagree with it, he's allowed to say it. That's how he feels. We're just being overly critical because we're just looking at it black and white, like you was the captain and we didn't think you was good enough, or some people didn't think he was good enough, and it was time to move on. Just shut up and don't say nothing. But he's allowed to speak, people. Come on, man. He's allowed to say what he wants to say. And I think him doing that and no one else is probably why people are doing this as well, because obviously there was a lot of people that left Liverpool, innit? But he's the only one that's spoken. But when you look at it, he was the captain. There was way more responsibility. There was a lot more that goes on. He even spoke about there was a part of the transcript which I forgot to read or that I saw before. I haven't got it now. Where he's like, I spoke to Jurgen towards the end of last season about what players we were targeting in X, Y, and Z. That's the type of rapport that he had with the manager. So you have to understand, like, he knows this business, innit? He knows how it works. But because it's happened to him, he's kind of just like gone, raw. Like, I knew this stuff happened, but I didn't think it would happen to me. And it's caught him off guard. Like he said, he didn't think it'll be this year. Remember, he also spoke about how he went away and done training and come back in very good shape. But I think he said something like, but it felt, what did he say? It felt like the same or something like that. I wasn't in the team. There's part of the transcript that I can't find. I don't know why. Maybe they've changed out some of the article, but all I'm saying is this: give the man his flowers, man. Like we've moved on now, but just like let man live in it. Let man live.
And here's what I will say. I don't even think he should have done an interview.
No, he shouldn't have. You're right. He shouldn't have.
But you know why he didn't interview? Because a certain part of the community were angry at him. And I think that he felt that he needed to address that part. And from what I've seen of a couple of professional journalists who've spoken about it, and obviously they will have a lot better idea of like how these things work. He was kind of sideswiped and was unprepared for the part of the interview that started to talk about Liverpool and money and why he left. He thought he was sitting down to do an interview about the other thing because he felt like, you know, he owed an explanation for that part, which everybody was like, Henderson better explain himself. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? And rare. And he was sideswiped. His management should have probably prepped him, or they should have made sure the interview wasn't going to go left, and they should have known what was coming within the interview. So it was like he was unprepared, which is his fault and his management team's fault. But he felt he had to do an interview because the reason he was doing the interview was to address the whole gay rights and all that kind of stuff. And then it just went left, and it was like, oh shit, and it was like he was unprepared. So it's like it's his fault and it's not his fault. Because if he never done an interview, everybody would have said, he's a coward. He should have spoke about why he was sticking up for the gay rights. And then all of a sudden he's gone and rare. Because that's the first thing everybody said. Right, he's going to have to come out and explain this now. Like, I remember when it happened, everyone's like, he's going to have to explain himself. So he did come out and explain himself. And then he got sideswiped with the whole wages and leaving Liverpool and all that. And clearly he's fresh. He's still in his feelings. Like, let him be in his feelings. Is it his fault? Yeah, he's a grown-ass man. Of course it's his fault. He should have known it might happen, and he should have thought about if it did happen, or maybe he should have been more prepared. So of course it's his fault why this happened, because he shouldn't have done the interview, and he said, yeah, let's do the interview. But at the same time, if he's been sideswiped and he's just been honest, we ask for honesty, right? Isn't that what everybody says? Oh, we want football to be honest. We don't want the PR and like the fake response and, you know, or like we, you know, that's why people love people like Micah Richards in a pundit game, because they're just off the cuff. They don't do the whole, I stick to the script and I say what I meant to say. They'll just be honest, and we appreciate that, right? Of course. Henderson's honest, and then everybody's just grilling him. I'm telling you, this world of fake outrage, it does my head in, bro. Everybody just wants a reason to be upset with man, to judge man, to be upset. Rare. Like, I'm so sick of it. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. If you're in the public eye, people are just always waiting for a reason to tell you that you've done something wrong and they've got a problem with what you said and you hurt their feelings. Because now we live in a world where fuck facts, it's all about feelings. That's the world we live in now, bruv. I grew up in a world where it's about facts, not feelings. Now it's about feelings and not facts. It's about how you feel. Well, you're going to feel different tomorrow.
Sorry,
and you're
bro,
going to feel different
minutes.
the day after that. So
read out the supers, bro. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know what? Good luck to him, man. And for anyone who thinks that Henderson isn't a legend at Liverpool just because he's done this interview, I don't know, man. I don't know. Crazy. Right, let me read out some of these supers. Big up everyone in the chat. Smash the like button, people. Mahin says thoughts on Immortal Technique dance with the devil. I'm not sure what that is, bro. You mean Mortal Kombat? Mahin, you love the super, bro, but I don't actually get what you mean, bro. So just send in another message and let me know what you mean there, bro. Adnan, I'm certain that Mo would have retired at Liverpool, but now the Saudi offer is there. I'm afraid there is a strong possibility he will leave next summer. I mean, there is still definitely the possibility. Big up if you was watching, if you was here earlier, bro, when I was talking about, I think he might stay to play Champions League with us if we qualify. But there is a possibility he'll go. There is. Immortal Technique is a rapper. Yo, I have absolutely no idea who Immortal Technique. Let me just Google that. Is this one? Is he like an 18-year-old or is he old school? Because I've never heard of him in my life. Hold on, who's this guy? Rotted, he's old. Oh, yeah, I heard about. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah. I heard about all this stuff. I'll talk about that afterwards. Then, yeah. I'll come back to that. I don't check for him. I ain't like thing, but I did hear something about something that happened with him. Jurgen, Salah brings in 137 million per year commercially. Is that a fact? I don't even know if that's a fact, but if that is true, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. And there you go. So keeping him around doesn't even... And I've always said this, like, a lot of people forget how much he actually brings in to Liverpool commercially around the world. Don't quote me on this because my memory isn't going to exactly remember because it was a long time ago. But from what I remember, when Mo... The information I heard was when Mo got sent off in... not sent off, when he came off in the Champions League final when Ramos assaulted him and he had to come off, apparently something like 2.5 million people around the world tuned out of the game at the moment when Mo came off the pitch because they were only watching the game for Mo. That's mad if you actually think about it, that many people around the world were only watching because Mo was playing. That's the type of pull that this guy has. That's the type of... Do you know what I mean? That's just how much of a G he is. So yeah, that was what I heard. It was years ago though, innit? What was that? 17, 18? Or was that 16, 17? Whatever it was. It was a long time ago. But yeah, apparently that was how many people stopped watching the Champions League final when Mo had to come off with that injury. NGA, guys, read part 2. Shows how big his ego is. Kind of had a dig at Klopp, although Klopp broke our transfer rule to give him a 2-year deal. Again, obviously, I won't go back over it again, bro. But, I mean, if he's got an ego, don't most top professional footballers have an ego to some degree? You know what I mean? People love Cristiano, and you won't get a bigger ego than that, guys. I don't know. One day, hopefully, the whole interview will actually be out and I'll get to actually watch him and actually, like... is there anyone who's actually watched the interview and been able to find the actual interview? Because here's the thing as well. What you got to remember is when you're reading a transcript, yeah, you're not actually knowing the context of what's being said as well and how it's been said and the tone it was said, which is extremely important in understanding what people are saying. And this is the reason why the world we live in now, a lot of things get misconstrued and go sideways because people text each other all the time. And when you're texting people, you can't actually understand the context of what that person is trying to say within that text, because regardless of what the words are, you don't know the context. If I said to you right now, come on, guys, man, shut up. Come on, you lot, man, shut up. You can hear the context, right? You can actually tell I'm saying it in a jokey way. But if you was just reading it and it come across and said, nah, come on, you guys, shut up. Nah, shut up. Come on, guys, just shut up. Like, you don't actually, you know what I mean? Like, you can read it in whichever way you want to take it. So if anybody's actually watched it, let me know, because I would actually need to watch it to actually get the body language, the context in which it's been saying, watch the facial expressions, understand what pain he might be in, what emotion he's in, whatever. If you haven't watched it, like I haven't, and I'm guessing a lot of people haven't, you're just reading, and then you're reading it in the context you want it to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know, man. And then let me get back to it. I see Rams in the building. Big up your damn self, brother, as always. Stefano, Hendo cares more. Upset plus love equals honest reaction. I agree with that. Pep says Hendo is Mark Noble with the ego of CR7. If he had Cristiano's ego, then there would have been a lot of times during his football career when that would have been apparent, and there haven't been. So I disagree with that. Believing in yourself doesn't mean that you have an ego either, by the way. Just putting out there. I'm not even talking about Henderson. I'm just talking in general. If you believe in yourself, then it doesn't mean you have an ego. Everybody has to believe in themselves to get to the top. Big up Chris. Says, to be objective, he's 33, his legs went. Seems as if he can't acknowledge he's not the same like he was when he was 23. Father time comes for us all. That is football. That's very true. Some people do get to a point where they do get a little bit delusional. I'm not saying this is Henderson, but you do get people who get a bit delusional when they don't quite realize that they're done. You know what I mean? And it's time to move on. Honesty, he praised everyone except for Klopp, who kept him longer than FSG wanted, and the BS of he didn't go for the money. If so, why didn't he go to Sunderland? I mean, he said the money was a part of it, but it wasn't the overall reason. Again, let's take it into what he said from what we've read in the transcript, guys. He said that wasn't the only reason why he went. That wasn't the sole reason why he went. There were other factors. But of course, money's part of it. If money wasn't part of it, then none of these footballers would do any of the things they do, really. How many footballers don't want to be paid for what they do? Like, of course, money was a part of it, but there was other factors as well. Remember, I think a main factor is the fact that he wanted to go and help Gerrard. Gerrard has probably sat him down or been on the phone and been like, look, bro, can you come and help me with this new project I've got? I'd love to have you over here. And that was probably a big part of it as well. If there was somebody else who was a manager of the team, maybe he wouldn't have thought about it. But the fact is, Gerrard, he's thinking, oh, it'd be easier to settle. You know, Gerrard is a Liverpool legend. It's my guy. He's been giving me advice throughout my whole career. I've played with him. We're friends. All right, like, come on, man. And I'm not defending him. I'm just talking about what could be. Anyone who thinks I'm defending him, it's just people who just want to see the negative. This is what I'm saying. Anyway, I knew this would happen if I was talking about Henderson, but it's all right, man. Everyone have their own opinion. LFC Aaron says, number one, Superman versus Incredible Hulk in an off. Let me wait till Matt comes back for that one. Sultan, big up, bro. Drift is his LFC thing is calm for me, but say he wanted to wear the rainbow armband is Saudi is hella disrespectful, and I dare him to do it, he would get slapped up. No, but Sultan, he actually spoke about that because they said about the rainbow laces in the shoes. They said, are you going to wear it? And he said, well, no, because as much as I respect the LB community and, you know, I've tried to be a voice for them to help them out because I know that they were going through some stuff, I'm also not going to disrespect the culture of the place that I now live, because I have to also have respect for them as well. He's having respect for as many people as he possibly can. And this is what I'm saying. Like, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and everybody just wants to keep going in on him. Jordan Henderson is a heterosexual male, and he took it upon himself through people asking him to, and him also seeing some things that he didn't like, to try and be a voice to help them. And instead of appreciating that he tried to do that, they're like, he turned your back on us dead, and they're just angry at him now. But how about you appreciate what he did do? Because as a straight man, he didn't need to do any of that. But he did, because he wanted to make sure that you weren't being treated badly. Same way he's not going to go over to Saudi and be disrespectful to a culture that he knows have their certain ways, especially when he's in their country. He's not going to do anything to disrespect them, because he's not trying to disrespect anybody. But everybody just wants to be hurt and upset and find the reason. It's like, if I speak, listen. So I can't be bothered.
Yeah, let's just move off this topic now. I feel like, listen.
No. These are supers. That's all it is. It wasn't. That was just a super. Ramos rejected Saudi for Sevilla. Yeah, no, he did, honestly. And,
he did.
I'm fair play to him.
That's his boyhood club, isn't it? Sevilla's where he started, isn't it?
I will say this. How much money did he collect in the 2 years he was at PSG? Because playing for PSG is almost like playing in Saudi. How much money did he collect while he was at PSG? I'll just leave that there. Because it's very easy to walk away from a situation that's about money when you've just been collecting God knows how much money at PSG. So I'm just saying. Big him up for that. But at the same time, the man was collecting the bag when he was at PSG. So I'm sure he's okay when it comes to money. All right, this one is for when you was back, bro. So LFC Aaron says, Superman versus Incredible Hulk in an off-the-cuff straight.
No.
Who would you go for?
Ooh, I would go with. If we're going off the comics, it will probably be Hulk. Because every time you hit Hulk, he gets stronger, I believe.
I don't believe that anymore, because when I was growing up and reading the comic books, that's what it said. But then when I saw the movie, he turned into an idiot when he was getting
I know. But if we're going by how things are, the way how they portray it, and they don't want to bring up the comic book material, it'll probably be Superman still.
I saw the man so shook that he wouldn't even come back out, bro. So
yeah. No, for real.
Thanos can't talk to Superman. I'm a Marvel
with
over
the Infinity
DC
Stones.
guy.
You can. Infinity Stones, you can.
Can he?
Yeah, with Infinity Stones. Yeah,
bro. The only thing that can stop Superman is kryptonite. So unless there's kryptonite in those Infinity Stones, then that you can't stop Superman.
Brother, apologies. Give me 1 second, bro. 1 second. Apologies.
I will go Superman. I'll go Superman. If the fight is on Earth, anyway, should I say? If the fight is somewhere else, then I'm going Incredible Hulk, because if anybody knows, Superman's powers obviously are on Earth. It's all about Earth's atmosphere and all that kind of stuff. If he was back on his home planet or in other planets and stuff like that. But if we're talking about Earth, Superman would beat Hulk for me. Number 2, John Wick versus Equalizer. Ooh. I know Tom Izzy's in the building, so he might get upset with me if I don't. Actually, LFC, sorry, Aaron, are you talking about the movie or the character? Like, I need to know, like, if you're talking about what movie do I prefer, or what character do I think would win? Just let me know, bro. And then I'll answer that one. Number 3, Joker versus Lex Luthor. Ooh. I don't think you can beat the Joker. Lex Luthor is just ridiculously intelligent, though. But the Joker just destroys things for the giggles. I'm going Joker. I know Lex Luthor is way more intelligent and whatnot, but the Joker just destroys things for the giggles. Like, he doesn't he doesn't care if the whole world collapses. He just doesn't care. And number 4, De Bruyne, Kaka, or Gerrard. Put them in order at 5. Love you guys. Now, big up yourself, Aaron. Come up with some hard questions still. Ram says it's basically a psychopath versus a social. This is what I'm saying, bruv. It's like, it would actually be crazy. KDB, Kaka, Gerrard, put them in order. Gerrard, Kaka, KDB. That's my order. I'll leave that one so Matt could just answer those last couple ones. Sultan says, watch back the last show and Drift. I appreciate you for saying this is why people always S off players if they go to City. Doku, Nunes, etc. is pathetic. Yeah, big up Sultan. Yeah, it's so true. But obviously we won't bring that whole argument back up again. But it's true. I heard everybody telling me that. I mean, I don't believe it true. I agree. I don't think Doku or Nunes are good enough to play for Liverpool. But everybody's now saying, oh, Man City done amazing. And look at these players they bought. But if Liverpool had been linked with these players, nobody would have wanted them. There would have been a lot of complaints within our fan base if Doku and Nunes were the 2 players that come to Liverpool. A lot. Because I heard people talking about them and saying they weren't good enough before. But what? Just because Guardiola wants them now? I know he's the best manager, but straight away, Guardiola wants them. So now they're spectacular players. Come on, man. You just keep moving the goalposts all the time. You know what I mean? Big up Mizzy says, nah, still love Drift. Just watch your back. So I'm guessing Mizzy is definitely going with Wick there over Equalizer. I don't know, you know. I don't know. As a movie, I'll be honest with you. I enjoyed The Equalizer as a movie more than I enjoyed John Wick. As a character, again, John Wick's more of a fun character. Do you know what I mean? Equalizer's serious, whereas John Wick's more just like chaos. I don't know. That's a tough one. But yeah. Is there any more supers before I move on?
Yeah. Back.
Just quickly, bro, before we move on. KDB, Kaka, Gerrard. Put them in order for me, bro.
KDB, Kaka, Gerrard. Gerrard, Kaka, KDB.
Boom, we're on the same page. Who with 1 month to prepare for each other, Lex Luthor versus a Joker, who wins?
Lex Luthor. No.
Ram said it perfect. It's basically a sociopath versus a psychopath.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? You got to look at who's the smarter one out of the 2. It's about who's
Lex Luthor's the smarter one, isn't it?
Then it's Lex Luthor then. No, but the Joker, don't get twisted. The Joker is undercover smart. He's not like, okay, no, he's not as smart as Lex Luthor, but he ain't stupid.
But the Joker just wants to burn the world down for no reason. That's a person that you don't mess with.
If the Joker was so dumb, Batman would have wrapped him up long time. Why is he causing Batman problems?
Yeah, that's true.
Remember, man come to his yard, you know, realized who came to man's drum and was like, oh, Bruce Wayne, okay. Bro, came to man's drum. Are you crazy?
You know what? RIP to Heath Ledger. Absolutely.
Yeah, nah, bro. That's the best Joker impersonation.
Nobody thought that Jack Nicholson could be beaten as the Joker, and Heath Ledger just hit that home run out the park.
Different, bro.
Like he hit that home run out the park like it wasn't even a thing, bro.
He's
he was
the
Babe Ruth, bro.
Of the Joker.
Heath Ledger, absolutely sensational. I think Heath Ledger's depiction of the Joker is one of the single most sensational acting performances I've ever watched, ever. Like, it was just, It was ridiculous.
Do you know what it is as well? This is where you have to give the director credit, because sometimes the director kind of will say like you have to play the character in a certain way. I think they just said to Heath Ledger, here's kind of the guidelines for the Joker, but you make the Joker. You do what you need to do. And look what happened, bro. Different. Oh yeah, Joaquin Phoenix as well. Still, he's serious as well.
No, Joaquin was good as the Joker. He was
sick as well.
But I don't think he did as good of a job as Heath Ledger did.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's just the way that first scene as well, like where he blows like the way
what's that thing? What's that thing called, Matt? Is it method acting? Let me know in the chat. Is it method acting when you live the character so that you stay in character?
Yeah. I can't remember the terminology. It might be. I can't remember the terminology.
I think it might be method acting, but apparently he was actually like starting to like become it was getting a bit too like he was just being the Joker so much it started to take over him.
Man just stayed in character basically. Do you want to know who stayed in character? Just quickly before we go on another tangent. Christian Bale, obviously playing Batman in Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises, yeah? Bro, I kid you not, he stayed in character when he done Terminator Salvation. I don't know if you remember.
No, do you know what? I didn't really like Terminator Salvation.
Bro, my man was John Connor, but speaking like Batman. He kind of, I'm John Connor. I'm John Batman. I'm John Connor. Bro, it's like, bro, are you John Connor? Don't speak like that, bro. Am I lying, people? My man took Batman into Terminator Salvation, and he even got into a problem. He got into a problem off during the filming as well. Am I lying, people? Big him up, though. Big him up.
This is definitely one of the most sensational acting performances.
Bell was serious, though. Bell was serious. Christian Bale's crazy, though, but
yeah, of course. Brad Pitt in Snatch. That acting was sensational, absolutely sensational.
I'm John Connor.
Bro, all right, guys, I'm gonna save the other supers because obviously we just want to move on.
Terminator Salvation ain't good, people. Ain't good.
No, it's not good. But here's one to take us into our next topic. Hands off Bruno, bro. It has been reported that when we got rejected for Caicedo for 115 million, the very next day, we turned our attentions to Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle and had an immediate £100 million offer batted away by Newcastle. And they said, don't even bother come back. But I ask you, bro, we all thought Liverpool was like not looking to spend the money and everybody's had this endo problem, etc., etc. We're not going to go into that because I don't want him to be brought back up again because I don't want any disrespect to start. But do we have to give the club a bit of credit here, bro? If they went for Guimaraes from a direct rival with another massive offer, a player that we would have all been happy with, what are you saying, bro?
First of all, if it's true, because you don't... Here's the thing. When it's transfer deadline day, you're not sure. You're not sure. But there are times, though, when these things are true, but no one... Like, it's not big... It's not that big news, but not many people know about it. It's like when Fabrizio was revealing that last summer, Chelsea made a mammoth bid for Lavia that got turned down, but he only spoke about it this summer. Certain things do get kept under wraps, innit? And it can't, and sometimes it's through intermediaries as well. So Liverpool might try and distance themselves and say things like, we weren't really involved, but really and truly they were. They sent their certain agents out to see what a deal could be done. If we went in for Bruno Guimaraes, I understand why we would, because I think he's a top player. But again, this is where I'm like, you go for Lavia, then you go for Caicedo, then you go for Bruno Guimaraes, then you go for Endo. Now, Endo might be that stopgap, and Liverpool maybe really might want to entertain that again in next summer, going for Bruno Guimaraes. They might go back for him again. If they do revisit that, I'm not going to complain because I think he's a very, very good player. He's not like he's not like the ultimate sort of DM. However, he's very good at playing DM. Like me personally, people, I wouldn't say like he's an out and out DM like a Paulina, for example, but he can definitely do the role. And I also feel like he's a quality player. The problem is though, is that I just don't see him leaving Newcastle. Newcastle have got more money than anything else that they need. I just don't think they sell unless the player literally says, I'm going no matter what. And kind of tries to do like what Paqueta did. Even though Paqueta didn't move, but Paqueta made it clear that he wanted to go and they were about to sell him. But obviously he got caught up with allegations. So, yeah, I just think Bruno Guimaraes will be a top signing. I just don't see them. I don't see Newcastle selling though. How would have to be on their terms. There'll be something more than that. And I don't think it happens still.
Me personally, here's why I rate it, because I don't want to be a hypocrite. And I want to keep the same energy, which is what I always tell people to do. I always say I want my club to be ambitious. The only way to be ambitious is to make offers for players and to want players that probably the team doesn't want to get rid of. Let's be honest. There are pretty much no scenarios where there's a player that you think's good enough for your team, but the team selling him don't think he's good enough for their team when it comes to the elite level. Yeah, Bournemouth might think a player's good enough for their team that we don't think's good enough for ours. But if you're one of the elite teams, that team also rates that player. That's just life, right? I think we can all be in agreement with that, right? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So testing the waters is what we always say we want the club to do. Make an offer for that guy. Try and buy that guy. Go for the big boys. Blah, blah, blah. With Caicedo and Bruno Guimaraes, if that's what happened, Liverpool did that. If we were rejected, fair enough. But at least we went for them. Is it not better to go for a player of that level and be rejected than to just never try? Should we apply that logic to anything in life? You want a career in something. Should you not try to get a career in that? If you don't make it, you don't make it. But it's still worth the try, right? If you see a girl that you really think is pretty and you want to talk to her, it's worth the try, right? If she rejects you, she rejects you.
I hear that.
But you never know whether you're going to be rejected until you try. Is it not the same logic? If we don't go for these big players, then it means that we're not being ambitious. What? So we should only wait for the scenario to try and get a player when everything's perfect. Well, that's what we moan about. That's what we moan about. Again, this fake outrage is just an excuse to just be
Jody,
about
do you know one thing I will say? Even though I agree with what you're saying, yeah, I will say this though. Like, you should be making bids for players if you've spoken to the player. Because that's what, I'll be real, the game's changed, isn't it? This ain't back in 1996 where man's got to call up the agent's going to speak to the brother's going to speak to the player. It's not that anymore. Now it's a thing where everybody does the tapping up thing. There's no point even denying it. Everybody speaks to the player before they speak to the club. That is a fact. Yeah? I actually know an agent. And he told me straight, you know what time it is. Like, obviously, you just got to be careful. Everybody does it. Yeah? You speak to the player. Yeah? And you get that patterned up. And then you go to the club. But what I think some fans are worried about with us, bro, we didn't do that for Caicedo. And you're right. Maybe we saw an opportunity, like you said, and it was a case of, well, you know what? If people are bidding, let's get involved. We got the money. Let's see what we can do. And that's fine. But I just think people want us now to be a bit more calculated because we don't want to end up with egg in our face again. So this Bruno Guimaraes thing, I would like to think if Liverpool did make that bid, that we spoke to him and he was like, you know what? If you man can agree with Newcastle, I'm good in it. So I think if we did make that bid, I reckon we would have spoke to him personally. There's no way you're gonna make that same mistake again and do the whole we'll just make a bid and see if we can convince man, even though we kind of feel like he's agreed with somebody else. I don't think that happens again. That's why I want to give Liverpool a bit more credit this time. If that is the case, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, here's what I'll say to that then, bro. I don't know if you agree with me on this or not. I don't know if the people in chat are going to agree with me on this, but you know me, I speak my mind. If that is the case, based on what you're saying, and it's 100% true in regards to that situation, as fans, we can't moan, bitch, or complain ever again about a transfer. Because whoever we don't go for, we went through the agents and he doesn't want to play for us. I lie? If we're now under the assumption that every single player is tapped up through the legal way, as you're saying, of like a friend of a friend of a friend.
Everybody speaks to the player first.
Yeah. Then in that case, bro, every single time Liverpool don't try to buy a player, it's because they already know he doesn't want to come to the team. So we can't bitch about any transfer
not necessarily.
ever again for the rest of the...
Not necessarily.
Well, how though, bro? Because if the player doesn't want to come to us, then we won't go for the player.
No.
So technically, we can't moan about Liverpool.
Here I'm going to say, but like you said...
Maybe they know behind the scenes the player doesn't want to come to Liverpool.
No, but
that logic means we can't moan ever again.
No. I'll tell you why that logic for me doesn't work. Not all the time when you... So when you first start off negotiations, you speak to a player might be like, I don't know, man, like, I'm not really like... Tuesday, man was going to go here, innit? It's then for Liverpool to decide whether they're going to pursue that deal and whether they think they feel that they can convince the player. It's all about negotiation, bro. Like, putting in that hard work. If he says no,
he says no, bro.
No, obviously, if a player turns you down, then there's nothing you can do. But what I'm saying is this, though. Not all the time when Liverpool don't go for a player, it means the player don't want to go. It could also mean that Liverpool have spoken to the player, spoken to the agent, and realized that how much it's going to cost to make that deal happen. So therefore, we feel like that's not within our budget. You have to remember, FSG, the way how they work and how Klopp works, every player is so different. Every player has a valuation. There's parameters for that valuation. If they're not within those parameters, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, you're not in those parameters. We can't do that. And if you're in these parameters, we can make it work. And that's what it is, bro. It's more about parameters. Obviously, what I've just said to you is a major factor, because if you can't speak to the player or the player doesn't agree, then that deal is not going to get over the line. So it's many factors, bro. That's why it's not as simple as saying, oh, we didn't go for that player because he rejected us. It could also be a financial thing as well.
That is
because
true.
Our owners are very, very different compared to other owners who are willing to bankroll whatever it takes, so to speak.
But the point I'm making, though, even though what you're saying is very true, based on the fact that we have no idea which one it is, and we probably will never know, we just can't moan about why we didn't go for a player anymore. Because there's a possibility that it could be the player didn't want us. So even though what you're saying could be true,
but you just said
50% of it could also be the player doesn't want us.
It's possibility.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's 50-50. So we just can't moan about transfers anymore under those parameters then. Because without us knowing which one it is, we can't moan in case it's the one that means the player rejected us, and that's why Liverpool didn't bother.
No, but we don't. Obviously, no one will know definitively. But then,
do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I get what you mean. But
if we know that Liverpool will never try and sign a player that doesn't want to play for the club because we already know he doesn't want to play through a friend of a friend of a friend, then when we're like, oh, why don't we buy Kone? Why don't we buy Thuram? Why don't we buy this? Why don't we buy that? Because Kone doesn't want to play for Liverpool.
No, but can I be real though? But this is why.
So we didn't bother.
No, but see, this is why I thought. No, but you're going too far the other side, if that makes sense. This is how I look at it.
I'm just telling you that that's the possibility of why they didn't. It's
I
like
hear you, bro. But do you believe in
and we don't know what side, bro?
Do you believe in your heart of hearts that Liverpool didn't go for Manu Kone or Thuram because they didn't want to play for Liverpool, or do you think it was to do something else? Whether that was to do with wages, whether that was to do with Liverpool. Probably thought they could get better players.
That's speculation, though, Matt. Look, we got to be honest. We can sit here and say what we think.
No, but bro, I'm asking you. No, but I'm asking for your take on it.
Me personally, especially under the circumstances of the fact that we.
Do you think Liverpool do you think Thuram?
I don't actually think we wanted Thuram or Kone as much as we wanted Gravenberch, and I think the proof's in the pudding at the fact that we actually signed Gravenberch.
That's what
I'm I actually think that even though all those rumors are flying around, no, I'm not saying they did, but what I'm saying is they might have though. Because we all understand right now that the way football works, a player who doesn't want to play for you, the club won't even bother to even approach or make a formal bid, knowing the player's going to say no because they've already found out for a friend of a friend of a friend. Maybe, just maybe, it is that Kone or Thuram said, I don't want to play for Liverpool, so we didn't bother. There's a massive possibility that could actually be the case.
Massive,
and we're here bitching and saying, Rod, you know what? Why aren't we going for these players? And maybe the club, no, but you're still speculating. It's not facts. You're still
I said slight possibility.
I think we wanted Gravenberch more because we actually ended up buying him.
No, of course, bro. The summer we wanted Jude Bellingham. What was it? I think it might have been before. So the year we wanted Tchouaméni, apparently or reportedly on our list, we saw 3 midfielders who we thought were very good value for money, and they were on their trajectory was that all 3 could become world class. Those 3 midfielders were Jude Bellingham, Ryan Gravenberch, and Tchouaméni. People, did you see Tchouaméni's goal yesterday? Or the day before? Oh my days! Anyway, we didn't get Bellingham or Tchouaméni. We managed to get Gravenberch. We've been after Gravenberch for a while from when he was at Ajax. We've been following his development, bro. So, like, the Gravenberch thing, I fully hear you on that. We really wanted Gravenberch. But what I'm saying is this, though. If Liverpool really wanted Kone Thuram, I personally, you're right. It's just an opinion. I don't think Kone or Thuram said I don't want to go to Liverpool because they're going to look at it as their next step up in their development, bro. But you could be right. Maybe they're like, I want to stay at their respective clubs a bit longer. But I just don't see that happening, bro. I think either or both wanted to go to Liverpool this summer, but Liverpool were more focused on getting Ryan Gravenberch. And that's why we made that deal happen.
No, of course. And that probably is the likely outcome. But the point I'm just trying to make is if we all know that a club will only go for a player once the player has said, I want to play for that club, if we're going to come to that understanding that is a factual
more
thing,
times than not all, like I said, it's more times. I said 9 times out of 10, more times than not.
Well, bro, let's go.
Let's say 80%. Let's say 80%.
80%
you're going to gamble sometimes.
80% isn't overwhelming. So therefore, that means that there's probably players that we're bitching about the fact that Liverpool didn't go for them.
That's normal.
But deep down, the club know the player doesn't want to play for Liverpool. So it's not that we ain't got the ambition to go for the player. The player's already told his agent, no, I don't want to play for Liverpool.
Yeah, that is normal though. What you're saying is normal though. There's going to be players.
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is that under that premise, it means that we shouldn't really bitch about who we don't buy. Because the club might have been told the player doesn't want to go to the club, so they don't bother to make a bid because you just said you don't like the way the club looks when they make a bid for a player and don't get him. Everyone in the chat saying it makes us look stupid when we're rejected. Like I said, it made us look stupid. No, because we didn't do
homework. Right, so here's what I'm going to say, bro. When you do any transfer, you have to do your homework. That's normal. You do your scouting. Yeah, you find out about man's characteristics. You find out about his attributes.
And if he says, no, I don't want to play for the club, you don't bother.
Of course you don't.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So when we don't go for players, it might be because the player said, I don't want to play for Liverpool.
No, but Drift, what you're saying is you're saying definitively, if we don't go for that player, that means he didn't
I'm not saying definitively. I'm saying because it could go.
No, it's still 50-50. Like you said, it's still 50-50. I'll tell you why. Financial
it's still a reason we can't moan about it.
But bro, of course we can because it's still now another thing for finances. Bro, come on, man. We heard reports that the Bellingham thing, again, and it's mixed reports because some people say turn this down, some people to say the money that we'd have to fork out to get him, we just felt like we was in a position where we can't do that for one person. So again,
but finances forget about the big, huge, massive ones because there is probably financial.
No, but finance. That's what I'm saying. But you can't forget
about the Kones and the Churams of this world. That it wasn't about money. We were just confused why we didn't go for these players. Maybe they said they don't want to play for Liverpool.
No, I reckon Liverpool just want to grab them.
So that we didn't bother. No, I do as well. I believe that's all. But I'm doing the devil's advocate thing here, and I'm saying maybe they didn't want to play for Liverpool. Because Liverpool have proved that if you go for a player without getting the green light, you end up looking stupid, which is what Caicedo did to us, right?
Do you know what I
said? So they don't want to look stupid, so they don't bother going for players until they get the green light.
Once we signed Endo, we done a show. I think Carl was there as well. We were saying, like, are we going to make any more signings? And this is what I said. I said, I think Liverpool are going to make one more signing. And if we make one more signing, I think it's going to be Gravenberch will be first because there was so much talk about Gravenberch. And if it wasn't Gravenberch, it would be Thuram. I think Gravenberch was always the first choice. But if it wasn't Gravenberch, I think we get Thuram. Bro, I don't think we didn't go for Thuram, like you said, because Thuram turned us down. We just rated Gravenberch higher, or we just believed he would fit better for us. And we think he has a higher upside. That's all that was, in my opinion. But I do, like I said before, bro, I knew he was going to sign Gravenberch. I said it. Like I just said, yeah, we'll get him. The story would never go away. Every minute, it's like Bayern Munich are saying no, but Liverpool's still monitoring. Liverpool's still monitoring. Liverpool still want to get Gravenberch. Liverpool waiting for the green light. I said, yo, we're gonna get him because he's not happy. My man's going back to his homeland and just saying like, yo, want to play football, man. So yeah.
No, I agree. I'm just saying I'm playing devil's advocate, and I'm just saying that could be the case.
Wait, the heat right now is a massive.
Yeah, no, the heat is heating, bro. It's mad.
Nah, bro, I might have to back off the top. Pause.
No. Why do you think I put a vest on?
No, like it's some IB for something because it is. I've got the fan on right now, and I feel like the fan's getting hot, bro.
What he said,
Yo, bro, the fan is not fanning right now. Pause. I feel like I need to get some.
We got two more topics that we need to discuss. No, one more topic we need to discuss. Virgil van Dijk has been suspended for an extra game, which means he will miss the Wolves game, and he has been fined 100,000.
Surprise.
Now, here's what's crazy. I'm trying to find it because it came up on my Twitter feed, but I can't find it now. Can anybody remember the name of the referee who was actually having an interview on a podcast recently, and he was talking about abuse for referees?
Abuse?
I can't remember.
No,
his name.
I don't even know that still.
Chat, you lot are sensational. So I know
the chat will find anything.
Does anybody know the name of the referee who was on a podcast recently and they were talking about the situation with abuse for referees? No, it wasn't Hard Webb or Mike Dean, guys. He's a retired ref. I don't even mean this disrespectfully. He's a little bit chubby, and he used to have like a square kind of haircut.
Man said a square haircut, you know.
You know, like
yo,
is it Clattenburg? Hold on,
Mark Clattenburg.
I need to see his face and then I'll know. Hold on,
that brother there.
It might be Clattenburg. You know,
Clattenburg.
No, it's not Clattenburg. It's not Clattenburg.
Okay.
No, it's not Clattenburg, guys. Dermot Gallagher. Is it Dermot Gallagher?
Is it Dermot? Is it probably? It probably sounds like Dermot. That's something that he would do still.
No, it's not Dermot Gallagher.
No, it's not Dermot.
You know what? The only reason I need this to be on point is because I don't want to misquote. I don't want to talk about somebody without knowing who I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
List of Premier League retired referees.
I can't remember.
You know what, Matt? Let me just actually do a quick search and just do a few supers for me, bro, to not keep the chat waiting. I just
calm.
I want to actually find the actual guy because I don't want to misquote the wrong person.
Big up my hand says thoughts on Immortals technique dance with Devil. What's that?
It's a rapper and it's the name of a song and a rapper. Yeah, I
right.
Man
said it's a film, you know. Bro, I thought it was a film. I was like, what? Immortal dance with that? What? Yeah, okay. Didn't even know that. Still, big up whoever that is. Honesty. Did you know Matt watches Naby compilations with the booked? I think he means Booker T. See, I had to correct you for your own super chat. Yeah, idiot. No, I'm joking. Big up, honesty. Booker T theme song in the background. Put out a note. Where's Matt? It's like, why couldn't you stay fit? Saga! P.S. We are good, man. P.S. We are good, man. Are in the mud. Big up yourself, honesty. Big up yourself, brother. Love for the super chat, my G.
It's not
the Naby compilations. I don't even know. I think they might have been deleted from that. I think they're probably on my external hard drive now. Still, you get me? Right. Soboslai is the new number 8. Big up Naby Cater, man. Do the thing at Werder Bremen. I think he's now fully fit, I believe. I saw something. Big up Nabi, my brother. Jackie G, do you remember that time Nabi got injured from having a fall? Crazy. I don't understand why people talk about Nabi KL. I don't get it. Like, big up, that's my G.
There you go. Mark Halsey. I big up the chat. Big up the chat. LFC. Yeah, big up the chat.
Let me finish the supers.
Yeah. No, that was racking my brain, you know. Big up the chat.
NJ Cat Sunday. Joker drift, poisoned Superman with kryptonite gas and made Superman hallucinate and kill Lois. That is someone Luthor would have to go against. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. He made Superman kill Lois. I'm not gonna lie. Superman only has 2 weaknesses: kryptonite and Lois. If you take away man's girl,
I mean, you don't count the second one. Every man's weakness is that, to be fair.
No, but bro,
enough man in jail for Uzi, bro.
No, but listen, but my man loved Lois like nothing, bro. Like that was everything to him, bro. You mess with Lois is a problem. So yeah, big up. Sultan made the biggest mistake and watched back the 2021-22 final after international break. Have you watched Top Boy yet? Watched 2 episodes, man. I don't know, man.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I'm not gonna lie, people. I've seen it.
What, the whole thing?
Yeah, but I can't say.
Ross, you went through that.
No. Think about, without baiting myself up. Think about, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Big up Top Boy. Jeez. Big up the crew, them. Sully, the Shane. It's a mad thing. Jack. Big them up still. Brace Devil. Years ago, Matt and Gaz did a vlog where you went Anfield. It was a 5 episode. Any chance of you making another trip? All I'm gonna do is
very much trying to make sure that's all in the works. I'm big up for you know. Maybe we should release that over the weekend as a little throwback. Still,
eyebrow.
Little throwback. Well, yeah, we were there when Salah hit that rocket again.
Oh, the rocket, bro. King Maui,
we was bamboozled, bro. We didn't know what was going on. Being in the stadium felt like a dream, bro.
Nah, 100.
If you see man clock the ball like that in real life, you don't really know what's actually
going on.
You don't
realize, it's crazy. And it's so mad because, like, remember, when it happens, say like where you're sitting, you can't see a screen or something. Remember, once it happens, that's it. Like, you can't go back and watch it. You know, like on TV where they show the replay. But we will, listen, bless up to the hospitality, yeah? Because where we were, we had the opportunity to look at the screen, fam, and look back and go, oh, bro. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. We were doing it differently. Come on, man. We was eating lobster and drinking champagne. It was
yeah. Big up the powers that be. You know who you are. Big up the powers. Big up the powers that
be. To be honest with you, it makes me feel like I can't watch football any other way. Like after getting that experience, do you know what I mean? Like if you sleep in a 5-star hotel, you can't go sleep in a hostel. You'd be like, what? I got to bring my own bed sheet.
No, respect and love to the powers and the people that made that happen. You know who you are. You know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you know who. Yeah? Big up to everybody. King Maui, he says 6-7 years. Wow, congrats. They're gonna have all the Infinity Stones soon. Trust me. Now they got the Infinity Stones already.
Still.
Yeah, they got them already still. Big up Jay. Bane or the Joker, terms of Dark Knight movies.
I leave that one for you, bro.
I'm gonna say the Joker.
In the dark.
You know what? I'm gonna say Joker. As much as I rate Bane, he broke his back, allowed man to live in a cage, to get out the cage and go and thump him up and beat him. Bro, you think the Joker's gonna allow that to happen? No chance. That's the thing. Joker's got that.
But the Joker's not capable of breaking his back, so he wouldn't be in that scenario.
No, but the Joker's that guy is like, I'm him. The Joker will kill you. Remember,
not necessarily. The Joker was playing games with Batman.
Yeah, but the games were to be like, I'm gonna get you. Remember, the Joker plays chess, you know, bro.
No,
he's a madman.
I'll be honest with you. Even though I think the Joker performance was absolutely sensational,
crashing his plane.
Bane.
No, I hear Bane.
I'm not gonna lie, Bane.
It would be extremely painful. When the plane, fam. One of the best.
Beautiful voice. Hey, look,
bro,
I'm telling you now, yeah. I think both. All right, this is what I'll say.
If I take that mask off, would it hurt? For you.
I shout out my guy Tom Hardy, bro. That is
my
guy, bro. I think.
No. He goes. It'd be extremely painful. And then he's like, "You're a big guy." For you, bro. One of the best intros ever. Then he's like, remember the madman where he's like, the madman's like, yes, we light the fire. Then the guy's like, yes, the fire rises. Bad man.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Even though the performance from Heath Ledger was just sensational,
brother.
This is, but so which one do you pick? Because I think Tom Hardy as Bane was absolutely sensational.
All right, I'll say this:
it's like I don't want to pick. It's like I'm gonna sit on the fence, bro.
It's just what I'll say. If they're on that plane in that scene, it's Bane. On that plane is Bane. But I just feel like if you've got time to prepare, it's the Joker. The Joker's the best at planning. But remember the Joker.
No. Remember, we're just talking about. In the Dark Knight movies, which one of them do you think was the best bad guy?
I read it wrong.
You got the Dark Knight and then you got the Dark Knight Rises. Which one of those do you think was the best bad guy? And this is what I'm saying. I'm just gonna sit on the fence, bro, because I think both. What I'll do, I'll give Nolan the credit. Everybody was worried about what they were gonna do when Heath Ledger died because everyone was thinking, well, surely Joker's gonna be in part 3, and I don't know if that was true or not. But everybody was worried. Bro, the way he just came through with Bane and it was like nobody was even thinking about the Joker after. Bane was sensational. Tom Hardy just nailed that role to a T, bro. I don't know. I'm going to sit on the fence.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to sit on the fence.
It's a
I was born.
Yeah, it's a tie. It's a tie. That's what I'm saying.
Did it, bruv? It was sensational,
bro. He's different, bro.
Do you know what is crazy? Yeah, when I finished watching Dark Knight, my brethren just turned to me, and he went, "That wasn't a superhero movie. That was a terrorist movie."
No,
and I was like, you know what? He's actually right.
No, because Joker's a madman. Man even got remember Harvey Dent was in it as well, Two-Face.
Yeah. Big up Jerry Joker's in the building. The biggest manipulator. Jerry saying Bane was more stereotypical. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it is
Joker,
like obviously
because Joker isn't a fighter, they had to make you think of other ways how we can hurt Batman. That's the thing about Joker. Remember, Joker's not physical. Joker's mental. You know, if there was like Football Manager, his mental would be like...
He's not physical. I seem to remember a pencil disappearing into somebody's face, bro.
No, but what I mean
is... What do you mean he ain't physical, bro?
No, one-on-one, Batman smokes him, bro. Batman smokes him.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean when I say, like, for example, if it was Football Manager, his mental will be like 40 out of 20. His mental's insane, bro. He's smarter than Batman.
Yeah,
I remember Batman.
I don't know if I'll say he's smarter than Batman.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. As smart as Batman is, and he's like, he does a detective thing as well. Yeah, Batman normally needs a little bit of help, you know. That's how. I don't know.
We got to keep it a buck. I don't know if I'm gonna hurt.
Remember, man's got.
I might hurt people's feelings with this, yeah. But
am I wrong, people? Joker because Joker's. You know what it is? Okay, maybe not smarter. What it is, because Joker's so crazy. This is how I got to look at it. If Joker's crazy and Batman's not crazy, you're not gonna see the things that he sees because you're not on that level. I think that's the best way of me saying it. So not necessarily smarter, but Joker's way of thinking is crazy, bro. Like my man will put like a bomb in a packet of Skittles that you're about to eat. And Batman won't even see it happen until Alfred's like, did you get that parcel? And Batman's like, yeah, there was some Skittles in there. You know, like that. Like it's a mad thing.
I don't know why I'm going to say this in public because I'm probably going to get slewed for this. But here goes. You know me already. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. But I just talking about smart.
I truly believe Batman is only good as a general franchise because the villains are so good. I think Batman on his own is actually quite a poor superhero.
No,
I think what makes Batman good is the villains.
No.
Whereas with a lot of the others, the superhero is what's like. You got Superman, you've got Spider-Man.
Look at the Batcave. Look at the gadgets.
No, I'm not saying he's crap, but if the villains weren't good, would you care about a man in a? He's just a normal youth. He ain't even got powers.
That's what makes Batman so serious, bro.
No, the villains are what makes Batman good.
No.
Okay, so in everything we've been talking about,
no, they're showing you Batman is so
talking
serious.
about the villain. Why are we always talking about the villain? We never talk about Batman when it comes to the Batman franchise. We always talk about the villain, who he's up against. We're never talking about Batman. We talked about Superman and straight away I was like, he can murk anyone. He's a G. We didn't talk about the bad guys.
No.
As soon as we talk about Batman, we always talk about the bad guys.
No, that's only because of the way he gets portrayed. Remember, he's a billionaire and he does this thing he can because one, he's smart and two, he's got money. So therefore, his personality is not going to be the most outrageous out there. Where the villains, the villains, bro, are so crazy. They bring out the best in him. And not only that, bro, he's got no powers. Remember, in Batman vs. Superman, I know it's only a film, my man had to think about lacing his suit with kryptonite. That's the type of levels that Batman's on, fam.
Yeah, I'm not saying
to fight Superman.
But you get where I'm coming from. When we talk about Spider-Man, we talk about Spider-Man. When we talk about Iron Man, we talk about Iron Man. When we talk about Superman, we talk about Superman. So if we talk about Batman, we talk about the villains.
Yeah.
No, we do. It's just how it got like.
But Batman's one of the best. Batman's one of the best superheroes like ever.
That's just my opinion, anyway.
You don't think Batman's one of the best superheroes ever, though?
No, I think the villains and the story are sensational, but Batman himself is a pretty basic superhero compared to the rest.
Bro, do you know how serious he is at hand-to-hand combat? Remember he taught him.
Bro, we don't need hand-to-hand combat when we're talking about superheroes.
No, bro. I'm not saying. No, I'm not. Bro, do you know the only reason the reason he's got that suit because he knows he's up against people that are not from this world, bro.
No, because Batman's villains are always pretty normal as well. They're not like
normal. Okay, Batman. Let me name up.
Bane is still a human. Normal. Joker's still a human. Like I'm obviously like within the comic, but there are some that
Mr.
are like
Freeze.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, he was still like. I mean, this is just my opinion.
Mr. Freeze probably one of the worst ones I could use to.
I think that like no, but this is like the Riddler, like a lot of them, they are just humans with like some kind of twisted.
No, but they're within his world, though. No, but what it is, here's the thing. This is what you got to remember. Batman is a normal human being, like you said, yeah, and his villains are normal human beings. The difference is when you look at it like Spider-Man, bro, he's got powers, so therefore they have to make his villains have powers. If not, it'll be unbalanced. It's all about balance. If they made Batman superheroes. So Batman's villains, like all these mutants and stuff, fam, it'll get out of hand. It'll get stupid because he's only human.
Oh, no, of course.
That's why they have to balance it out.
But that's still what I think makes the Batman franchise good. It's the villains. I think the villains in the Batman franchise are amazing, and it makes the franchise what it is. I don't think Batman himself is an amazing superhero. I think the villains and the stories are amazing, and then like, because we never really talk about Batman. We're always talking about who he's up against. Ragul, Scarecrow. We're always talking about who he's up against. It's like,
no, but you're not so crazy. Batman. But you're so crazy. No, but people say that. No, but it's Batman's probably a better. He's got more personality than Superman. You know that, right?
Yeah,
there's more about him.
I don't care about personality when it comes to a superhero.
No, but you only care about you only care about Superman. No, but we only care about Superman because he's got all these powers, bro. But strip away his powers, who is he? You guys trying to say? Batman's different. No, but Batman's the opposite.
I get what you're saying, but for me, I'm just saying I enjoy Batman because of the villains. I don't enjoy Batman because of Batman. But I enjoy the other franchises.
You know, Batman can run up in Marvel and still hold his own. And there's bare aliens in them thing there.
Against who?
I'm just saying in general.
Who's Batman beating in the Marvel universe?
No, bro. You think ain't gonna pattern it out? You think ain't gonna tell Alpha we need the next
Captain America would bruck up Batman.
Batman will probably outsmart Captain America.
Black Widow is probably the only person off the top of my head that even Hawkeye would bad up Batman.
No, don't be stupid. Batman will bruck him up. Don't be silly, bro. Hawkeye.
Maybe Batman will beat Hawkeye, but I'm talking about the most basic Marvel youths, bro. Like, come on, man.
Hear what I'm about to say. He sized up against Superman. He sized up to man, bro. Hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if he didn't have the kryptonite, then he wouldn't have.
But that's the whole point. He's smart. He'll think of something, bro.
Yeah, no, I get that. But your smartness ain't getting you nowhere.
Hold on,
Captain
people.
America.
Who did Batman come up against
up, bro?
The last DC one.
I knew I was gonna rattle people with a Hawkeye.
What's the last DC one, people, where they had to make the extra cut? What's it called again? Where like the extra cut with like Batman, Superman. What's the thing called again? Wonder Woman.
League.
That's it, my brain. Yeah, see Justice League. You know he has no right to be in Justice League, but he patterned himself.
Yeah, he's the deadest one out of all of them. This is what I'm saying.
He's the deadest one.
He's not better than Aquaman, as in like generally overall as a character. He's not better than Wonder Woman. He's not better than Superman.
Bro,
he's not better than Flash.
Put Aquaman on the desert and see Wagwan. Put Aquaman on the desert and see Wagwan. Put
Batman on the desert and see Wagwan. What's he gonna do?
Batman will survive. You're sleeping. Batman will
survive. In that hot ass suit? How would he survive in that hot ass suit,
bro? You think Batman wouldn't survive longer? I think Aquaman's dead, by the way, as well. I think Aquaman is dead. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I think Aquaman's underrated. The ability to swim, talk to fish. No. Like, hear me out. It's an underrated.
You just said the ability to talk to fish. I'm done, fam. I'm done.
And breathe underwater. It's an underrated superpower.
Nah, fam, allow it.
No. It is an underrated superpower. I'm telling you now. Aquaman is an underrated superpower.
It's so facts. Batman will probably drown Aquaman in his own water, fam.
Come on,
some mad thing.
Come on.
You're underestimating Batman, bro.
I'm not underestimating him.
He's smarter than all of them, you know. He's smarter.
Yeah, but smartness can only get you so far.
Take Aquaman into space and see what I want. What are you saying, Aquaman?
You're just exaggerating.
Well, you need a drink. You need some water. Yeah.
You're just exaggerating now, bro.
Batman is the smart. You're sleeping on it, bro.
Look, this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. Aquaman is actually ridiculously strong as well. People act like he's just
when he's in his own habitat.
Bro.
When he's in his own habitat, bro.
No. He's also on land. He's
still Aquaman fighting in a volcano for half an hour and see what going on. I bet Batman's still exactly the same.
Only if Batman has about 3 or 4 months to prepare the equipment for it. If you just put him in there, he's just a youth, bro. He's just any youth. What are we talking about here?
I just don't understand like how you're not rating Batman. Because here's the thing: out everybody hasn't got powers. But what it is, it's like annoying that for people that he can match people because he hasn't got powers. He ain't even my favorite superhero. I'm just saying he's levels though.
Look, I'm just saying. I enjoy the Batman franchise 100%.
Yeah,
and I know that Batman is a cool character, generally speaking.
I think
Batman's just saying a serious character. Batman in the Justice League, if you actually deep it, don't talk about the coolness of it. He's the worst out of all of them.
What?
Because all of them have got actual superpowers, and he's just a human in a suit, bruv. He's just a human in a suit.
And he can still lock off heads.
But he's still the worst out of all of them.
How is he the worst though? Because he hasn't got powers.
Yeah, literally. Aquaman has got all of his powers. Flash has got his powers. Wonder Woman is almost like Superman.
You know, he would finish Flash as well. Finish Flash.
Who? Batman.
He would outsmart him, bro. Do you know what it is? Because he hasn't got the powers, yeah. People just thinking.
Do you know how smart Flash is? Hold on. Do you actually know? Man is like a theoretical physicist, bruv. What are we talking about, bro?
They'd outsmart him. I guarantee you that's smart him. Bruce Wayne.
Do you know how smart Flash is? Batman is not smarter than Flash, bruv. He's like a theoretical physicist. Or like he's like some kind of like, bruv, Batman is not smarter than Flash, bruv.
If Batman, all I'm gonna say is this: if Batman can go toe to toe,
he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing.
Bro, if Batman can go toe to toe Superman, he can definitely go toe to toe with Flash. He'll find a way, bro. He'll do his research. Superman, you're acting like Batman. Oh, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
I don't know why you don't like Batman.
No, I do like Batman. But I just don't think Batman can talk to all the others.
It annoys you, yeah. Just because he's got the money, he can get the gal. He don't even need powers.
Bruce Wayne.
No, but it's almost like a cheat code. Bruce Wayne, you know. Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, yeah.
yeah.
Bruce Wayne is an absolute G. But Batman can't talk to Flash.
Bruv, he
can't talk to Wonder Woman. No, he's a G, but he can't talk to Flash. He can't.
No, do you know why? He's a G?
Who would you rather be? Who would you rather be, Batman or Flash?
I'd rather be Batman still.
You're a madman.
I'd rather be Batman,
Flash,
bro.
I'd rather be Flash, man.
Well, just run around all day being fast.
Is that all he? That's all he does?
He's just fast. He's just fast.
Run around being. Yeah, and what's the best?
You know when it.
Matt, what's the best attribute?
Can I be honest?
Matt, what's the best attribute?
If there was a villain that came out of space, I'd rather be Batman than Flash. I reckon Batman would have a better chance than Flash. If a villain just came out of space, out of nowhere, just dropped down on planet Earth, and they just didn't know how to react.
Flash is so fast that he goes into bullet time, and you're moving in slow motion.
So he's gonna run.
It's not just about running, bro. The power he can generate for a start, he will punch your head off your shoulders, literally from the power he can generate from his speed. What's Batman going to do with all of his gadgets when the Flash just thumps him in his chest at 48 million miles an hour, bro? What are you talking about, bro?
Nah,
you think Batman can beat Flash? Oh, come on.
Yeah, because Batman, Bob, I'm going to say it's one
Flash will thump a hole in his chest before he's even said A, B, C,
you think
bro.
Batman knows what he's up against, bro?
Before Batman even gets his credit card out, Flash will thump a hole in his face so
there's
big.
A reason why there's a thing called order.
Him,
you know, you do realize there's a thing called order in Justice League. That's why Flash is down in the rankings and Batman basically heads up the team.
Cool. No. Oh, when it comes to that, Superman and Batman.
Am I lying when I say Flash looks up to Batman because he knows he's a serious guy. You think Flash could just walk up to Batman and just think, yes, on site? He knows Batman's
because he doesn't have that type of personality. But if he wanted to, he'd end Batman like that, bro.
No, he couldn't, bro.
All right.
I'm telling you, bro. But you're underestimating
Before Batman can get in his Lamborghini, man will punch a hole in his chest so big that he won't even know what's going on, bro. How about that? Right. Batman in his Lamborghini can't even catch Flash.
You know the one thing I said about Flash as well. Flash is clumsy. He'll probably trip up or something. You know, he'll make a mistake. That's the thing. Batman don't make mistakes. No, all jokes aside, this is what I'm gonna say. Flash, as good as he is, and you're right, he makes mistakes. You know,
he
moves like Lovren. Flash moves like Lovren, fam. He make mistakes. Am I lying?
If you're moving at the speed of light, you're gonna make some mistakes, bro.
And Batman's gonna wait and counter. That's the thing about Batman. He needs one opening. Am I lying, people? Am I lying when I say Flash moves a bit like Lovren? He can be serious for
man's so bougie, he needs a butler, and you think he can thump up Flash?
His butler normally gets serious intel. Don't be this powerful.
Anyway, that was the maddest tangent.
That's the maddest tangent I think we've ever been on. Still, I'm not even gonna lie.
I blame Aaron because Aaron was the one who started with all this. I would rather be Flash than Batman anyway. That's just.
I'd rather be Batman personally, but I hear you though. I hear you.
Anyway, Right, back to Virgil. Fuck, that was the maddest tangent.
Bro, we were speaking about sorry, people. No, we apologize.
Yeah, back to Virgil.
Mm.
So, Mark Halsey, big at the chat for letting me know. Mark Halsey was on a podcast.
Okay.
Mark Halsey even used an example of when Rio was being quote unquote abusive. And we're talking about an ex-referee. He has no reason to defend a player because technically, as a ref, he was on the wrong end of abuse, whatever.
Yeah.
He himself, bro, Mark Halsey, said it is ridiculous to say what Van Dijk did was abusive. He said that is just part and parcel of what goes on in a emotional, testosterone dominated. In fact, to quote him, he said, it's just shop floor talk. And do you remember, bro, when I was trying to say about the whole situation before, where I was like telling a referee to F off. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, if your feelings are hurt by being told to F off, then you're soft. I'm sorry, you are soft. And this world is going to chew you up, bro. I don't agree with abuse. I don't agree with anybody saying stuff that's out of order. I don't agree with people saying like things about your family, people talking about the way you look, anything that actually is technically abuse because you're crossing the line. If you told someone to F off, if you say, are you shitting me? If you say, piss off, if you say, it's shop floor talk. What are we doing? What is this soft ass world that we're living in now, bro? Like, what, your feelings are hurt. It goes back to the whole thing I was talking about. It's sort of feelings over facts now. Oh, my feelings are hurt. Man told me to fuck off. So like, I'm so hurt. Like, man told me, like, man up, man. Like, what are we talking about here, bruv? Van Dijk is getting an extra game ban and he's getting £100,000 fine for telling man to F himself. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't understand this. I really don't understand this. I understand abuse is not tolerable. And I understand that going over the top is wrong. I'm all for that. I don't want people being abused. But telling someone to F themselves is not abuse. What are we doing here? Like, in my opinion, the world's just gone soft. And this is crazy that we're going to miss Van Dijk for an important Liverpool match because he told man to F himself. Like, I don't know what you think, Matt, but that's my rant on it. I think this is ridiculous, bro. I think this is ridiculous.
I think swearing in football, even if you don't agree with it, I think it's normal. If you go and watch the way how players react to challenges that are not even deemed like yellow cards or red cards and seeing how some people chat to the ref, it is so normal for a player to swear. I'm not saying it's right, but it's so normal. If the referees were actually reprimanding the players every time that happened, then I'd be like, well, we know what happens because this happens all the time. But there's so much inconsistencies. That's why I'm like, I can't understand. Well, I do understand, but this shouldn't be happening. Saying F off and F this is so normal in football. In fact, if you watch carefully, you will see referees swear at players sometimes. I've seen a player.
Mark Halsey actually admitted that he used to do it. All he used to do was just swear back. He said he just used to swear back, and that was it. Case closed.
Case closed. There's times when you see players go, F off, man. And all the referee would just go, blow his whistle and say, come back here, come back here. That's enough from you. They'll warn them and whatever, and they'll leave it there. I can't tell you how much players swear if you watch carefully. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. But what I'm saying is, if that's going to be the case, then I want to see everybody get the same treatment. But this goes back to last year, in my opinion. This stems back from when Robertson got elbowed by that linesman, and then Klopp, if I'm not mistaken, made that massive talk about how, there's better inconsistencies, X, Y, and Z. We basically put a target on our backs, and we kind of knew this was going to happen, but I didn't think it would be this blatant. We're talking about a red card for McAllister that shouldn't have been a red card, but now we're talking about this Van Dijk thing that shouldn't be happening. I can also see other things happening throughout the season, and I know some people that aren't Liverpool fans will say, you guys are just feeling sorry for yourselves. No, I'm going to be honest. I think we are being targeted because Jurgen Klopp spoke about how bad the referee committee is. And I feel like they want to make an example of Liverpool. I have to be honest. Like, Van Dijk is well within his rights to say, don't effing touch me. watch carefully, people. When this is another thing, the camera stayed on Van Dijk, and you saw Van Dijk, he was angry and he's talking back here. Then when Van Dijk turned his back to go and walk down the tunnel, the man then tried, Virgil, go. Virgil turned around and said, don't effing touch me. He's allowed to say that. He's allowed to say, don't effing touch me. Because it's the same thing that the official would do. But then he gets reprimanded. Like,
exactly. Isn't this whole thing about like invading people's personal space?
There needs to be consistency, people.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, we live in a world now where you can't even touch someone without their permission, right? So how comes the referee's allowed to push Virgil to say get down the tunnel, but Virgil's the one who's being reprimanded for saying get off me? Like, Matt, I live in a world. I don't know about you, but for me personally, there's nothing worse in the world than violence. Nothing. There's nothing worse in the world than violence.
No, there's other things as well, bro.
Words can hurt. But violence,
in that regard, in that regard,
yeah. I'm talking about like human to human interaction. There's nothing worse than. But you can say anything you want to me, and it might be extremely hurtful. It might be extremely disrespectful. It will never cross a line that is worse than violence, ever. In my opinion, people might disagree with me. I think violence is always a way bigger line stepper than whatever you can say. Yeah. So we live in a world now where a referee can elbow Robertson in his face and nothing happens, but my captain is now being suspended for an extra game and being fined for using swear words. Make this make sense to me, bro. I see players swear at referees all the time, but because they didn't get a red card and it wasn't during an actual incident, it's okay. But if you're red carded, you get double punishment if you swear. Like, what's the rules, bro? What are the rules here? Like, where's the consistency, bro?
They make them up because they go along.
Like, I can tell you, like, I see referees give a yellow card for dissent. So why is he getting an extra game ban? Because as far as I remember, a yellow card is not a ban. So if I say to the ref, when I don't have any yellow card or red card at that point, if I say to the ref, go fuck yourself, he'll call me over and be like, yellow card for dissent. But if I've been red carded and I say, go fuck yourself, I get an extra game suspension on top of my already given suspension for the red card. Where's the consist? Bruv, it's just all bullshit. None of this shit.
Like I said, Liverpool been targeted.
And I just want to know what the rules are. I just want to know what the rules are, bro. It's like there's different rules, different strokes for different folks. Like, what is this bullshit? Like, it's just a joke, bro. And I know to Van Dijk, £100,000 isn't a lot because he makes good money. But generally speaking, £100,000 fine for just saying crazy. Fuck off.
When you actually deep it, like,
bruv, what is going on?
Fam, I swear, I could be wrong, but there's other things in football like racism, where stadiums and stuff, where a club will get banned, and then club have been banned. Fined for less than 100 grand. A club
for racism,
racism, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the football's
make it make sense, honest, man.
Football's a bit in the mud right now. I can't even lie.
Make it make sense, bro.
Anyway, but
make it make sense.
It's a bit mad.
It's an absolute joke, bro. It's an absolute joke. Even, and this isn't a tangent because it's on subject, but it's just not about Liverpool. When they did the mic'd up thing about all of the people that were doing the decisions from however many games, did you see when they did the whole Onana foul on the Wolves player and he was mic'd up? Bro, he basically, within like half a second, went from it's a foul to just let it go. And we've heard that now. Anyone who's seen it, it's almost like
I ain't even seen that.
Hold on a minute. So how did you come to that conclusion? And then what do Wolves get? An apology. Fuck your apology. With all due respect, fuck your apology. If I came to your house right now, bro, and licked out all your windows, and then went, bro, I'm sorry, man. You don't care about my apology,
no, it's
bro.
True. It's true.
What does my apology mean to you?
Yeah,
Wolves could get relegated on that point they would have gained from that penalty. Do you think the apology matters? If Wolves go down by 1 point, do you think they give a shit about that apology? How about you get the decision right? How about we have an investigation here into how you just make up these rules as you go along, or you just willy-nilly make a decision and then after you go, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
In what world is my bad okay when you've done something that's actually borderline cheating? Do you get what I mean? Like, Like, what are the rules here? What is Lance Armstrong allowed to just turn around and go, "Oh, my bad. My bad, I was taking those substances I shouldn't have been taking. My bad." Like, no, he's going to get punished. Bro. Like, it's crazy. I don't know, man. Again, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just going off on one, but I just think it's mad. I just want to know what the rules are. I just want to know what the rules are.
I don't think no one does because there's too many inconsistencies, in my opinion. I'm being honest. Like, no one knows what the rules are. Because I guarantee you there'll be another game where we see a lot of dissent and nothing will happen. And then we're all going to sit there and go, so hold on a minute. This happens to Van Dijk, but I'm telling you, and it's going to be hard to watch as well. Trust me. It's going to be
just like we saw in the Newcastle game. Trent was yellow carded for throwing the ball back onto the pitch.
After he was
30
fouled.
seconds later, my man kicked the ball away after a free kick. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
What are the rules? I see my man going around, Joe Linton going around doing the fake yellow card thing like 2-3 times during the game. Nothing. After kicking lumps out of Liverpool's midfield as well.
Yep.
Nothing. Like I don't like. Come on, man. Like, what are the rules here? What are the rules, bruv? Like, that's all I want to know. But anyway, Matt, if you could just fly through the rest of these supers, bro, and then we'll take the people out. You lot have had us for a lot longer than we were supposed to be here tonight as well. But
for real. Jada Ashley, is Bane or the Joker? Terms of no. We've already done that.
We've done that.
Done that. Tom Mizzy. Matt, if you haven't seen John Wick 4, do me a favor, please. You know what, Tom Mizzy, you're gonna I haven't seen it yet. Still. I haven't seen it yet. I can't believe I haven't seen it yet. Do you know what I'm gonna do, Tom Mizzy? I'm gonna watch that Sunday evening. So at least by Monday, I can say I've seen it. By the way, I can't wait for the up-and-coming movie Ferrari and Godzilla, the Japan version. Spells terrifying. Big cup. Big up yourself, Tom Mizzy. I don't even know what that was even about, bro. H. Heat in the UK is disgusting. Argue with No. H. I swear, there's something wrong with you, you know. I swear.
Nah, he's right though. He's right, bro. If you can argue in this heat, there's something wrong with you, bro.
Yeah, no, it's a mad thing. It's mad.
There's
Honestly,
something wrong with you.
I meant we are good, man. Man United are in the mud. Oh, okay. No, they are still. LFC J11 Drifty slyly looks like Kano.
I'll take that.
You should take that.
Best UK MC in the world. Plus, I'm sure the Gallum love him.
Best game you've seen live at Anfield. 4-1 versus Arsenal for me. Best game.
That was a good game.
That game was sick.
Best game I've ever seen live at Anfield would have been the 2-2 draw versus Tottenham.
That one.
That game had everything.
Everything.
That game had absolutely everything.
It might be that one still. Cause you know what? It's that Salah goal. Remember?
It was the Salah goal, bro. It was the Salah goal.
Was crazy.
He duppied about 6 men.
That stupid CDM for them scored. Wanyama scored a banger and Kane scored a penalty that won
for more diving. If we'd have had VAR them times, then they wouldn't have been given that penalty.
Then he done that stupid thing where he's like, "Hey, don't give me 2 chances. I'll score." Like, remember he said something afterwards like, "Don't give me 2 chances."
And you know what? Fair play to Karius. He actually, because remember, Kane had 2 penalties.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one against Lovren was a dive as well? Kane dived against Lovren. That weren't a penalty. Injustice was served because Karius made a brilliant penalty. That game had everything. I'm not gonna lie. That game, the atmosphere in the stadium for that game as well was lit. But yeah.
No, it's true. Big up Star Daisy. Batman is trained in the highest form of dark shadow martial arts. Also, the best detective, so smart, Drifty. And yes, no one wanted Joker in the third one. So apparently, you're right, Drifty. He apparently won him in the third one.
No, don't get me wrong. I know Batman has got the skills, but he still can't talk to Flash because Flash will just run around him and just thump him in his chest before he even knows the punch is coming. Like, the only person who can fight Flash is Superman because you have to be as fast as him to know what he's doing. So... maybe Wonder Woman, maybe.
Wonder Woman can fight Flash.
She's not as quick, but like maybe she could.
I think she'll break him up. I actually think she'll break him up.
Maybe.
Wonder Woman's serious.
No. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
L Lad 2.0. Batman is better in-depth character than Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. It's so mad as well how their moms are both called Lois, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, is it Lois? No, Martha. Sorry, don't say Lois. Martha, innit?
Yeah, I was just about.
To say Lois. Their moms are both called Martha. Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. No, but I corrected it quickly, bro. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? Man said Martha straight away. I was like, no, wait, it's Martha. Jade Atwood says Arrow has no power, billion, but villains stink. Oh, is he's talking about
Yeah, I know he's talking about. I don't check for thingy at all.
Is it Green Arrow? No, is it Green Arrow? Green Arrow is DC, and then you got flipping.
Yeah, I don't check for
the one from the one from Marvel, Hawkeye. The man that just got bow and arrows, fam. Like
Hawkeye will beat thingy though.
Who?
Green Arrow.
No, I don't know. Green Arrow can fight though.
Don't sleep on Hawkeye. Yeah, so can Hawkeye.
No, I can't fight like Green Arrow though. If we're talking about Green Arrow from back in the day, it used to be bigger than the Americans being that CW network. Oliver Queen. Nah, bro. He's another one. He's another rich, but he can fight though. Remember,
I'm not saying
he got trained by Ra's al Ghul, fam.
Yeah, I'm not saying he can't fight. I'm just saying.
He's another one. I saw they dash man off a mountain and he climbed all the way back, or something stupid like. Bro, I'm telling you,
you know, Hawkeye's got different level arrows. You know,
and Green Arrow is just there for what?
I'm just saying, the variety.
Green Arrow, the name.
Hawkeye's the variety pack. Man's got the Cocoa Pops, the Rice Krispies, the Frosties. He's got the lot, bro. But anyway.
Green Arrow is just hard food, fam. Oh, beat that blood. You can't. Big up Jade Activist. Star Daisy. Remember when Batman cooked Superman in Batman versus Superman? What? Hold on. Remember when Batman cooked Superman in Batman vs Superman, beat him to a pulp like a ragged doll in the tech suit? He did. He tied Superman like a cow and swung him around. Yeah. He gave man. Yeah, he sorted man out differently. Pause. Hate said, I'd rather be Adrian than Aquaman. Some useless power. Bro, we are not slandering Adrian. Bigger Adrian.
I would just like to let you lot know, yeah, that 2/3 of the world is made up of water. So how can you say Aquaman has a pointless superpower?
Bigger H.
No, seriously. How can you say Aquaman has a pointless superpower?
Fam, I don't know.
Shout out to anyone who's ever fallen off a boat. Man, them will not say being adept in the water is a pointless superpower. And when he's in the water,
bro, if Aquaman was
when he's in the water as well, it's not like he's swimming like a normal you know. Man's like Flash underwater, bro. It's all right though, man. Them
if Aquaman was so sick, yeah, why did he let the Titanic sink?
What are you talking about?
Man could have saved Kate Winslet and Jack, fam.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying, innit? Man just said, yeah, I'm gonna stay in bed for this one. I'll stay in bed for this one. Yeah, my character development's not ready. Hey, Smacker's favorite superhero is Aquaman. Pats recognizes.
Oh my days.
No, bigger haze.
That's
a good one still. Sadiq, sorry, by the age of 60, Batman beat Superman in the comic. Oh, in the comic, Dark Knight Rises, which they did an animated movie and based Batman versus Superman from. Raw. What we saying? Batman get older and wiser. What we saying?
Man had no cartilage in his knees, bruv. You know that's just pure superhero waffle. A 60-year-old man beating a superhero.
Shall I tell you what it is about Batman?
I wouldn't even advise a 60-year-old man to do deadlifts
in the
gym. Never mind take on Superman, bro. What are we doing?
Superman's got more of that. I don't want to be.
We're doing too much. We're doing too much here. We're doing too much. No, we're doing too much.
Superman's more soft. Nah, he's Batman.
We're doing too much, man.
No, because you know if Lois is in play, he's like Lois. You know, like he has to save Lois. I think Batman will sacrifice everybody to stand up, you know. Big man thing. I think, so basically what it is I reckon you can get at Superman by going for his family. I remember they done kill off Batman's father and mother from long time, but we don't care. Remember with Superman, yes, his father died, obviously, like Jor-El. Is it Jor-El? What's the father's name? Is it Jor-El? I can't remember.
But he didn't see his dad.
No. But then he kind of had another father figure in play. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He had another father figure, yeah?
And he watched his father die.
No, but Batman saw his parents get killed there and then.
Yeah. But he couldn't do anything about it.
That's
Superman watched his dad die and he could do something about it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why Batman's kind of more of a madman than Superman, because he saw it there, fam.
Batman's a better man than Superman now. Is that
the mentality. He's more of, I would arguably say he's got more of a killer instinct than Superman. Even though Superman's obviously stronger and can win, but you know, like Batman's a bit more not violent, but people them know what I'm trying to say, innit? And Sadiq, I think Sadiq knows. Sorry, it's the Dark Knight Returns. Okay, cool. Big up Sadiq. But he knows what you're trying to say, fam. Sadiq, hence the suit drift, which you saw in the movie. Sadiq knows, fam. Batman is a serious guy, you know.
Man, them are saying that Superman's soft, you know.
No, bruv, he kind of is, you know. He's softer than Batman, but Batman's ruthless, you know. Someone just said it,
I hear
you,
but you know, Superman is like
Superman's a bit sneaky drift. That's what they're trying to say.
Superman is allowing us. You know what? You know where man's like, allow it, brother, allow it.
Man said Superman is a soft youth.
No, he's a humble youth. Imagine having that much power.
It's Joel. What did I say? Did I not say Joel?
I think you did.
No, I said Jor-El or something. I can't remember what I said.
Imagine having Superman's powers and not using them. Shout out to anyone who's seen The Boys. That is what would really happen.
Man are different.
No. But this is what I'm saying, though. Superman, Superman soft because he's actually just got like pity and empathy. But
you know, Homeland. I hate to say it,
everybody, bro.
I hate to say it, yeah. Even though Superman would mash up Homelander is way more cold-hearted, bro.
Homelander is what Superman would be if he had Batman's mentality, right?
But that's what I'm trying to say. But
don't call Superman soft for having empathy and allowing, man, and understanding that I can rock any you lot up whenever I feel like it.
Kal-El, that's Superman's real name, rude boy.
No, Kal-El is Superman's.
Kal-El. You know, I'm trying to do the thing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. No, bro. If Superman literally was Homelander, then I hear you. But he's not. That's what we're trying to say. He's not like that.
Choice. Because he was raised right.
He's not white, but the man Ray was raised up on a farm with animals and just like his lifestyle was different. Remember, he led a peaceful life until trouble came to his doorstep. That's the difference. Batman was in Gotham City where people were trying to move to man every day. It's different out here, bro. It's different in these streets, man.
Do you remember the Superman that was resurrected?
What, in the movie where they had to bring him back to life?
Yeah, like even in the comic books, you know, when he was brought back to life.
Yeah, because he gets killed by
and he didn't have his core memories. What is Superman without his core memories do?
Who did he get killed by again?
Everyone, bro.
Why is my memory so fuzzy today?
What's his name?
The one that the thing that Les Luthor made.
Yeah.
What's the thing called again?
Begins with a J.
What's the thing that killed Superman people? The villain. the villain was the mutant, like mixed with Superman powers. What's the thing called again?
My whole brain is gone.
Same here, bro.
Doomsday.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to anyone who remembers the comics book Superman Died. Somebody
Doomsday.
stole that comic book out of my locker at school. Fuck you.
From school.
Nah, bro. Somebody stole Superman Dies, the comic book, out of my locker at school. Fuck you. Forever.
The people's comments are crazy, you know. One thing I will say, which I didn't like, however, I'm kind of glad it got rectified. But this is in a different adaptation. You know Smallville? Do you remember Smallville?
I never watched Smallville.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, in Smallville, one thing I never liked is, you know, Lex Luthor took Lana from Clark. I didn't like that.
Oh, is it?
That made him look soft.
I never.
That could never happen to Batman, bro.
All I heard was it took about 7 series before he started to fly. I was like, that's long.
Do you hear the joke? Do you hear the joke? I swear to God, he just ran fast and jumped high.
Yeah, nah. See,
and you know what's gonna kill it even worse? You know what's gonna make it even worse? This is making me I feel bad for Superman, but Lex Luthor took his girl in Smallville. Then they had the nerve to make the theme song for the tune of Smallville go, "Somebody save me." Fam, he needed saving. Man took your girl. What? And you're gonna sit there and you're Superman. If that was Batman,
start dazing. That's why I'm so vexed. Do you know how much money that comic book will be worth now?
That's the difference between Batman and Superman. All jokes aside, that's what Batman's turning up to the crib straight away, and he's taking out Lex. Superman's all sitting there thinking like, yo, he took Lana still, but I can't reveal my powers, man. Like, it get techie in that. Yeah, man's gonna have to like speak to the man there, bro. Batman's already going to Alfred. Yo, can you get hold of Wolverine? I need some adamantium. We need to mash up the man them. Batman's on smoke. Superman's not like that. Or Smallville back in the day, if you know, you know, innit? Who remembers the gal lemons in Smallville? Gee, what Lois and them back in the day. Yo, mad thing. Big up Smallville, man. Jokes. But yeah.
I'm living in a world where Batman's got less powers than Catwoman. That's a mad thing.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Wonder Woman will broke up Catwoman though.
No, I'm just saying Catwoman is like one of the deadest characters ever invented, but she's actually got more powers than Batman.
No, but she can't even do nothing to Batman though.
That's just brute strength. Like she can still fight.
No, bro, she can't. No, she can't. No, she can fight because she's like thingy. You know the one from Marvel, Scarlett Johansson's character?
No. When you're resurrected by the saliva of 1,000 cats, you're it's different, bro.
No, bro.
It's different, bro.
That yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
It's different, bro.
Catwoman, you know. Right, you know, be careful with the comments. You lot are moving crazy.
Yeah. Let's not get too.
Be careful with the comments. Stardust and Batman got mentality with Batsy. I'm dead, fam. Oh no. Oh my days. I'm actually crying, bro. That got me started still. Oh my days. Ash, Roadman will give all kind of whipping. It's true. Actually, no. The only way if he hasn't got the bow, if he's got his bow and arrow, he's taking every man out before you even get close. But if he's got no bow and arrow, I think the man them could cause Hawkeye's.
Nah. Hawkeye's whipping any road man's ass, bro. You lot are underestimating how good Hawkeye is at hand-to-hand combat.
Hey, Superman more soppy than 2015 Drake. Moist.
Oh, man.
Man's rolling it back to Drake's first album or something. Man.
Just hold on, we're coming home.
All you need is fireworks.
Only on camera. Only on camera. All right, shout out Drizzy.
Yesterday when we was getting high. You are invited. No, big up old school Drake.
I can see it in your eyes. You're angry. Regret. I ain't got shit on what you're feeling now. All right, big up Drake. Right, man can't talk to Drizzy, bro.
Man can't talk to Drizzy. Drizzy's a legend, you can't.
Man can't talk to Drizzy.
Sadiq, Drifting Matt, check your Insta. eBay has the book. Nah, Sadiq, I will after the show, fam. Appreciate that.
Oh, what Superman dies?
I'm gonna check out the book that he was talking about. The book that he was referring to when he's talking about how Batman was able to beat Superman when he was 60. Big up Sadiq.
Oh,
love for that, bro. I'm gonna check that out still. Superman slander show. No, it did seem like that still.
Man, we were going in on Superman still.
Superman got no ratings, boy. But
Superman will fuck up everyone, man. He's just being nice. He's just being nice. That's the mad thing. He's just being nice.
Trust me.
Who wins? Superman?
Or Homelander?
No, Superman or Thanos?
Thanos, I think. If he's got what with all the Infinity Stones or just normal Thanos?
No, just Thanos.
No, Superman. Thanos is a Titan because he's a Titan.
I was just about to say, man's still a Titan, you know.
No, he's a Titan and he can fight. However, those powers obviously are going to enhance what he can do if he has the things in it.
But Superman only has those powers on Earth.
On Earth. No, Superman can still fight. No, because don't his powers stem from the sun as well?
Yeah, but it's got something to do with Earth's gravity.
I think he's stronger on Earth's gravity.
Remember, on Kryptos, he wouldn't be that strong. Everybody's strong.
Superman. People are not giving him ratings. Superman was lucky against General Zod. But people need to understand.
Because Zod's literally from the same place, so they've got the same powers. That's what I'm saying. No.
What it is, because in the film, Zod got Superman's powers. You have to remember, Zod is a soldier. Remember, people need to understand, Superman's not a trained fighter like that. There's a difference. He's just someone who was given powers. It's like if you give someone normal powers on the street, and then they were told to go and fight, but then they came up against another person who had powers, but they know how to fight. There's a difference. As I was saying, Superman ain't got that killer instinct, but because he's so powerful, he can pretty much defeat most people. But Thanos with the Infinity Stones clears up. But if he's got no Infinity Stones, then Superman broke him up, innit? Superman will broke him up.
Who? Just out of curiosity, bro, who is your favorite character while we've been talking about superheroes?
What, just favorite superhero of all time?
Yeah. Who's your favorite superhero?
I've got two: Wolverine and Thor. Probably them two.
Right, man, like Thor, you know. Mine's Thor and Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man is a shout as well, but Wolverine with the adamantium thing, you know what it is?
No, Wolverine's a close. Yeah, Wolverine is a G.
It's the personality that go with it. He just don't care, bro. Wolverine's a mad. Listen, you see Wolverine? Man was all looking for Jean Grey when Scott was right there, you know. He's out of order, bro.
Yeah, Scott's not ready for that level of violence.
He's not ready for the smoke.
He's not ready for that smoke.
He's not ready for the smoke. Man, that's a calm Wolverine down.
Wolverine's got the best superpowers that I think a human could ask for.
Yeah, because remember, he's infused with adamantium, which is unbreakable metal, and he's got healing powers. No matter what, unless you cut off his head, you literally have to take off his head. That's the only way you can kill Wolverine. You can, but there's no other damage you can.
But
give
you
him.
can't actually cut off his head though, because his skull can't be removed from his body.
Yeah, so until
it's almost like Wolverine can't be killed, to be honest.
But he can age. But I think
actually the only thing that can kill Wolverine is an adamantium bullet.
Yeah, to stop him from healing.
The only thing that can penetrate adamantium is adamantium. So to pierce his brain, you need an adamantium bullet. That's it.
Yeah.
Wolverine done.
Magneto's a bad man as well, though. Magneto is serious,
but if you can't do nothing in a plastic room, then you're a bit of an idiot, though.
Bro,
don't get me wrong. Magneto is a don, but like, if you can't do nothing in a plastic room, then
but how many times are you going to be in a plastic room? Though that's the thing. You're thinking of like the most unreasonable, like. Bro, unless they would literally have to section him off in a plastic.
No, I know.
If he's just out here about, Magneto could mash a man up, you know.
Of course.
You can't disrespect Magneto like that, fam.
I'm just saying.
Who's your other favorite? You said Spider-Man. Spider-Man's serious, though. I like Spider-Man. He's serious.
Spider-Man is the coolest superhero. Like, he just is, bro.
Oh, no, I think it's Wolverine still. But they're different. They're like different. They are different. They are different. But Wolverine, I think. Wolverine still.
I think Logan is arguably the best superhero movie ever made.
Yes, it is. I think it is. Or at least it's in the
Infinity War or Logan.
You're not asking me to choose.
No, I'm just saying in my opinion.
I was gonna say you can't ask man them questions there. Because Infinity War was different, and so was Logan. They're both different. You know, a very a film that's very underrated in my opinion. X-Men. Oh my gosh, how can I just forget it? And I was about to say it. I say, I'm tired. It's the one after first Days of Future Past with the Sentinels.
Yeah.
That film is a madness. Go watch it, people. I know the X-Men like kind of saga thing didn't go well. But First Class Days of Future Past is sick, bro.
It is good. All right, Civil War. I'm not gonna lie, Civil War is proper serious. Dark Knight's up there as well.
Days of Future Past is, but the Sentinels in there are a madness.
Logan has just got everything. And what I like about Logan is what X-Men should have always been. Because you know, the movies always was like, because they were 12 and it was made by Fox, there was always like kiddish. No, Logan is just chopping your head off. Like there's no, like, they always made Wolverine like all like soft, and that was what I didn't really like about X-Men. It was a bit too PG. Like they were thinking more about
shout out to the kids people to come and watch.
Like literally, Logan starts and he's just cutting people's legs off and just stabbing people in the face, and it's just like, yeah, boom, this is it.
No, I agree, bro.
Do you know what's one of the most underrated superhero movies? Winter Soldier.
But
Winter Soldier is one of the most underrated superhero movies.
That film is sick. Are you crazy?
No, I don't think people give it the credit that it actually should get.
But that's one of the top. For me. That's easily one of the top 10 Marvel, bro.
And I never used to think it. Shout out to our boy Cleve. He used to always tell me about Winter Soldier, and I never really got it.
Winter Soldier.
But then after a little while, I was like, no, Winter Soldier is actually serious.
Captain America has one of the best. He's got one of the best trilogies. You see Captain America, yeah? Even the first one's underrated with Red Skull, you know. That one's not as good. I don't think it's as good as
Captain America's trilogy is the best out of the Marvels.
It probably, because you know why? Because I was gonna say
it's not Iron Man.
No, I didn't. Iron Man's ones weren't that great. I think the first one was
not
good,
really.
but the 2 and 3,
Hulk didn't have a trilogy.
Yeah.
Hawkeye didn't have a trilogy. Black Widow didn't have.
And
a
you know what
trilogy.
it is? No, they messed up.
Four.
No, they messed up.
Ragnarok is serious. I love Ragnarok. That's probably in my top 5. But like the others, Love and Thunder. I was watching Love.
Missed me out, bro.
Actually, no. Do you know what is also one of the most underrated superhero movies of all time? Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1. That film.
No, I've never really gotten into the Guardians team,
bruv. Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1 is serious.
I don't know why. It's not my.
I need
to watch it properly. It's not my. Do you know what? Do you like Deadpool?
Galaxy, man? Yeah. But I can't take Deadpool serious though. That's
yeah. I hear you.
But Ragnarok is too good. That's in my top 5.
Ragnarok is good. That's good.
But the others, I'm just like, nah. But yeah. Anyway. We might have to actually start doing some actual comic book gaming.
For real, yeah. Just like our
because we just got carried away. Do you know what I mean?
But we always get carried away.
We always do. We got
a
couple more supers still.
Yeah. Maybe that the last few super chats. No, the book drift. No, the book drift ad stolen post movie on Insta. We'll check that out, Sadiq. Big up, Sadiq. Love for that, brother. We're gonna check that out still. I'm gonna check it out when we finish.
Batman dies.
Yeah. Star Dazing. Have you seen Logan? Best. Yeah. That also I just
said. That's ironic. Yeah, definitely best movie.
H. Let me see. What is it? Wolverine Bear Reckless trying to conquer. Yeah, that's exactly what I said though.
Top tier scum,
moving like Atlanta.
No, Bob, he's moving like my man used to play for Inter Milan.
Oh,
Icardi.
Yeah, that's mad still. But one thing I will say though, we can't even say Gene. It's not like Gene said, "Leave me alone," though.
Yeah.
Gene, because they had a separate kind of It was techie, innit? It was techie. She had.
It wasn't techie. She was playing the field, bro. It wasn't techie, bro.
Gene just let me have to be careful. Rainer Rambo says, if you have a choice to read and watch only one character story but different adaptations forever, who would you pick? Who would you both pick? Bro, one person's character.
Spider-Man. Because with Spider-Man, I get Venom, I get Carnage, I get like a whole array of like different things that are like entwined within the story.
I still might pick Wolverine, but I just don't know how the adaptation works. I feel like it only works one way. He's just Logan. I will pick Wolverine, but I don't know how that would work though. In terms of like, it might just be the same thing.
You know what? Drone's got a point. Deadpool is a ridiculously underrated character.
It is.
I just don't want to look that butters to be that good.
Hey, Deadpool serious though. He's serious, bro. Ash, best superhero movie, Blade. Oi, the old school Blade. What, Wesley Snipes? Man,
I like Blade, but...
who remembers Frost? Boy, I remember that still. Red Oxtail, Blade, one or two underrated facts. Big up, Blade. Atik says best martial arts movie has to be Raid. Bro, that is such a loaded question. Raid is in there, but there's other old school like kung fu films from Jackie Chan, Snakes of the Arts of Shaolin. You got Drunken Master. You've even got
Drunken Master is my favorite.
There's Bear them. Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon. But there's too many, man.
The Raid is a brilliant movie.
I think the Raid is like a throwback, so to speak, but in a new way of how old school kung fu films used to be, in a sense of it's just pure fighting. That's one thing I say.
Don't sleep on Ong Bak.
Yeah, Ong Bak as well. Still,
shout out Tony Jaa.
Yeah, facts.
H, man.
I can't. All he said is Gene was on it though, trying to cop that adamantium. So like I'll leave it there. Bigger H. Love and Thunder the worst. They took his.
Bruv, what was Love and Thunder doing, bro?
I don't know, but if I'm Chris Hemsworth, I know they gave him the big paycheck because I know he's thinking you mash up the character. Mash up the character, you know. Character development gone.
And big up to all the real ones that know short hair for over long hair for.
They just destroyed for, you know. Rank these actors based on how shredded they are. Rain, Ninja Assassin, Bang, Storm Shadow, Donnie Yang, Ninja Fist, no Bruce Lee, by the way, bro. Because because that's cheating. Because Bruce Lee just had no body fat. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
think
know.
I've seen. I remember Ninja Assassin, but I'm trying to remember. And then Storm Shadow. I don't know if I've seen that one.
I don't know.
Tom Mizzy, I might have to get back to you on that one, you know, bro, because I might need to kind of go and check and then get back to you still. Because I remember Ninja Assassin, and obviously I know Legend of the Fist, but I'm trying to remember Storm Shadow.
Give me 1 sec, bro. 1 sec.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember that, brother. So yeah, love for the super chat, bro. I need to get back to you on that one. Remind me, please. Just drop me a message, bro. Drop me a message to get back to you on that one because I think I need to see that still. That Storm Shadow one. But yeah, listen, people. We've come to the end of the show now. I know we've gone off on a tangent. We've spoken about Batman freaking versus Flash for like an hour. We've spoken about enough things that we weren't supposed to. We just got on tangents. It's Friday night, obviously. Obviously, I know as well, end of the month, we'll always get the Friday night show. But, you know, we just said, you know what, let's talk Liverpool, but let's talk some other stuff as
International break special. That's what you got from us today,
man.
people.
So, yeah, people, I hope you enjoyed the show. Love for the love as always, people. We'll be back again, obviously, on Monday. Stay tuned as well for the weekend as well. We might have something for the weekend for you guys as well, so keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on all the socials as well, people, to make sure you know what's going to be happening next. So, yeah, man. Do you have anything you want to say before we take the people out, bro?
No, man, just big up everyone as always. Love as always. Smash the like button, people. We went on mad tangents today. I think what that says is that we should actually have like a special show. We'll probably have to do it for the members, but we need to have like a proper movie / comic book / you know what we need to do anyway.
Facts,
and you know what? If there's any Resident Evil fans out there, welcome to Raccoon City. I recommend it as a watch. If you're a fan of the game, you will enjoy the movie. It's not a brilliant movie, but it is a very close depiction of the game. So you'll enjoy it because as you're watching it, it makes you think of the game. And that's all that I want a movie to do. It doesn't have to be the best movie in the world, but if I'm watching it and I actually get parts of the game, while I'm watching it, like Silent Hill, it was good because while I was watching the film, I had feelings of what I had playing the game. Resident Evil does that for you. So, yeah, man. Anyone who doesn't know what to watch tonight, watch Welcome to Raccoon City, Resident Evil.
And go and check out Top Boy as well, people. Go check it out if you haven't already. But now, people, love for the love. We'll see you again very, very soon. Take it easy.
Peace.